And we welcome you to today's presentation of Major League Baseball between the Arizona Diamondbacks and the Baltimore Orioles, powered by Prize Picks. Here's your starting lineup for the home team. The Orioles at shortstop batting first, Gunnar Henderson. At left field batting second, Taylor Ward. At first base batting third, Pete Alonso. At catcher batting fourth, Samuel Basayo. At designated hitter batting fifth, Dylan Beavers. At center field batting sixth, Leody Taveras. At right field batting seventh, Colin Cowser. At second base batting eighth, Jeremiah Jackson. At third base batting ninth, Blaze Alexander. And pitching today for the Orioles, it is the left-hander, Trevor Rogers. Your starting lineup for the Baltimore Orioles. All right, everyone, welcome to game number 2 of this 3-game series between the D-backs and the Orioles. Game 1, an absolutely wild game as the Orioles, down 7-1, came back on the D-backs bullpen and ended up taking it. Well, oh, that's not what I want to show. By a final score 9-7. I'm going to say I cannot show that. I meant to show that. There we go. So we're going to get this game underway in just a little bit. I appreciate all you guys being here for this one. If you've never been to one of these streams, how it works is like this. Fire away in the chat any questions you might have. I'll be happy to answer about anything and everything. Any donation can get your question right away. Otherwise, I just go in the order that I see them vote in that poll. Who wins this one? D-backs or the Orioles. If you remember, you can share us for either one of these teams with the emojis in the chat. We have the emojis for the D-backs and the Orioles. This is game number 1 of 2 that we are doing. We live for the Mariners game against the Padres later tonight. As well, I should note a lineup change for the D-backs. Ketel Marte in the leadoff spot, scratched due to lower back tightness. So Vargas is going to be batting first for Arizona today. He moves up from 5th in the order to 1st, batting leadoff for just the 6th time in his career. Only a 161 hitter lifetime in the leadoff spot, 419 OPS, the worst of his positions by far. So, pretty sure you guys are being for game number 2 of this series, battle to a training camp deal. Yeah, she obviously did not look good in that game against UCLA, but I don't know if that's an indictment on her career. We'll see what she does. We'll see what she does. How's it going, Matthew? Appreciate you tuning in. Yeah, Ron relegated to League 2. Man, yeah, it's been a long time coming for them. It's been a long time coming. Side football might be moving from NBC to Netflix or Prime. I doubt it. NBC already lost football once. I don't think they're going to lose it again. At this point, the networks know the NFL is keeping them afloat. I don't think it's going to happen. I would be stunned. I would be absolutely stunned if that happened. I appreciate all you guys being here for this one. We got 2 games on the docket today. We're going to start off with this one with the D-backs. Vargas, Carroll, Perdomo going 1, 2, 3. Trevor Rogers. He has been sensational so far this season. One of the best pitchers in baseball. I don't know why my thing was doing that, but now we should be good to go. First pitch. Into left field, and at the wall, making the play for out number 1 will be Ward. Again, Vargas in the leadoff spot. Ketel hit 2 home runs last time out. But he's been scratched, so let's switch the cam and that'll be good to go. So Vargas flies out to left. Yeah, the big 4 lost the NFL, they'd be gone forever. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. 1 pitch, 1 out. In comes Corbin Carroll. First pitch in there for a called strike, 0-1 the count. How's it going, Austin? Appreciate you tuning in. Trevor Rogers, 3 games this season, 3 quality starts, 2-0. They've won all 3 of the starts. That sinker misses inside, 1-1. And Rogers has been incredible. He did not offer 1-1, not even close. Last time out against the White Sox, 6 innings of 2-run ball. He's allowed just 4 runs in 19 innings this season, a 1.89 ERA. 1-1, Carroll. Weak chopper. Right back to the pitcher. 1-3 on the out. So I'm using MLB TV. Thoughts on all the results? I have not kept update on those today. I've been too busy. I haven't kept update on those. So it's 4 pitches needed for the first 2 outs. Quick work here for Rogers. And in steps Cerrolo Perdomo. He's been struggling this season, oddly enough. He was so good last year, maybe the best shortstop in baseball last year. A WAR of 7. That was tops in the National League. This year, though, a 1.40 ERA, a 5.24 OPS. Hitless in his last 3 games, 0 for his last 10. First pitch called strike 0-1. This has not been a good month for him. That's a grounder. It's a short diving play, but not going to be able to get the out. So Perdomo gets on board with a base hit. He was just 3 for 35 this month, but there you go. Atletico and PSG move on to the Champions League semifinals. All right. You're not surprised by that. Number 1 song, the Buccaneers dropped the ball in the form of a question. Ooh. What is living on a prayer? Let's try living on a prayer. So Perdomo gets on board with a 2-out knock. And in comes Jose Fernandez. The rookie who got things started off with the D-backs in that game against the Braves with 2 home runs in his debut. Was 0 for 4 yesterday, but he has been money this season. Over Fernandez's last 6 games, he's 8 for 24. The receiver stream, yeah, I'm surprised she got access. I'm not. I had a feeling when they did the investigation. Right, I knew Southampton won. I knew that. They've been playing other mindsets of late. 1-1 the count. Everyone's fouled up behind home plate. Yeah, I'm not surprised she got axed. At this point, after they did the investigation, I'm not surprised that she decided to step away. Her apology was insane, though. 1-1 the count to Fernandez. That pitch in the dirt on the changeup. 2-1. Good eye there by Fernandez. Runner on first is Perdomo. Iowa vacating wins. I think vacating wins is stupid. First off, they should have been punished. I mean, they self-reported what they did. 2-2, swing and a miss on the changeup down low. When do you win for me? Oh, good song. Good duet. Yeah, but Iowa vacating wins. I think vacating wins are just stupid. I can't erase what happened. Yeah, great duet there. 2-2s. Fernandez calls time. Fernandez has struck out each of his last 4 games. When he's making contact, he's making really good contact. 2-2 the count with Perdomo on first. Pickoff play, gets back in time. No issue there. And Trevor Rogers has been sensational this year. Expected ERA of 2.39, that's 86th percentile. He's not allowing a lot of hard hit balls, 88th percentile in that department. Not the best fastball in the world, but in terms of speed, that one fouled off. Speaking of the fastball, 2-2 again. Her apology was basically blaming everyone else for her affair. Am I okay with their wins vacate? Just ignore her before. Yep. Throws a lot of fastballs against righties. 49% of his pitches against righties this year have been fastballs. This one on 2-2. Another fastball. Fouls it off. Chases that one upstairs, but fouls it off. Number 2 song. I'll go living on a prayer again. I'll go living on a prayer. New Year waiting for me. Number 2, I would say living on a prayer. So I know it was number 1 in 87 at some point. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, Miles only has room to grow, which is nuts. 2-2 to Fernandez. In the dirt, 3-2 gets away from him. So Perdomo's going to take second on the wild pitch. Now he got a runner in scoring position. He's going to try for 3. He misses the bag. But he's safe. No, now he's out. Oh, Perdomo, why would you try that? He tried for 3 on the sweeper that missed. He got in, he missed the bag, and then the tag was applied while he was off the bag. Oh, man. Oh, man. Perdomo got a bit too greedy. I'm not sure why with 2 out. 1 out, I get it, but not with 2. Oh, man. Fernandez will get another chance of the bases empty at the bottom of the top of the second, but man, bold strategy on. Yep, Perdomo tried for going for 2. I have no problem with going for 2, but going for the third, the runner on second or with 2 out. There's no real difference between second and third in that spot. The way Fernandez hits the ball, and it's a great at bat. And Rogers dodges a bullet on the pass ball off the sweeper or the wild pitch off the sweeper. So wild pitch, 2-5 out. We go bottom 1. Henderson, Ward, Alonso due up. The big storyline. He over 3 bases on a hit. Well, it wasn't a hit. It wasn't a hit. He was on first. Pass the ball, gets him to second on the sweeper. Or wild pitch gets him to second. Then there was a deflection off the backstop, so he tried to go for 3. That's a lot of people, Dexy, making a lot of money. Yeah, that's a lot of money. So we go bottom 1, Henderson, Ward, Alonso. And pitching today for the D-backs is Merrill Kelly. His first game with the D-backs this season. First game with the team since July. He was traded to the Rangers last year at the deadline for some good prospects, including Drake. Was supposed to be the opening day starter. Got injured. Oh, he's number 79. Oh, man. So not even close. Not even close to that one. Kelly last year, a 3.52 ERA. Back in Arizona, where he belongs. Where he's won 62 games with the team over 7 seasons. Is it sad? I mean, to some extent, yeah. I think to some extent. So 1, 2, 3 here. Starting off with Gunnar Henderson. Henderson 1 for 5 yesterday. First pitch by Kelly. Back with a D-backs called strike. On the fastball in the outside corner. 0-1 the count. Henderson is running a nice little hitting streak. 7-game hitting streak. He's got an OPS of 1.120 in that stretch. 0-1 called strike on the cutter. 0-2. Kelly looked very good in Reno during his rehab stints. A 37-year-old. 0-2. Grounder to short. Easy play for Perdomo. 6-3 on the out. So Henderson now 1 for 6 this series. The first batter Kelly faces, back with the D-backs, results in an out. In comes Ward in the 2 spot. Kelly was very good last year at getting people to chase. 91st percentile in chase percentage. I got Henderson at chase on 0-2. Very weak grounder there. Is Cheryl Secori's going to be still a point guard? So I expect Miles to be in 29. Yeah. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, this morning. Oh, man, that was interesting. Never sent Bonds an analyst. I have no problem with it. 0-1 swing and a miss. Yeah, Tegan's running the coach. Yep, I saw his speech he gave to the team. Oh, man, he is... I don't agree with that decision. Curveball 1-1. Yeah, I've never even seen that guy before. That was the crazy part. I've never even seen that guy before. He was clearly drunk. He was very clearly drunk. Like, he was not speaking coherently. He was slurring during his actual... during the thing. 1-1, shot foul, 1-2. Peterson again. Yeah, I think his days are done at this point. What was that? It was like 5 in the morning on the East Coast, I would say. About midway point of the stream. 1-2 to Ward. He was 0 for 4 yesterday, struck out 3 times. One, 2. Lays out the pitch upstairs, 2-2. Ward, a very disciplined hitter this year. 99th percentile in chase percentage. He's not missing on... He's not swinging on junk outside the zone. See how Kelly approaches this on 2-2. That one's right down the middle. But he's going to get a pop-up on the cutter into shallow center. And underneath it is Barossa for out number 2. Kelly got away with one there. That was middle on a cutter. Dodged a bullet there. It was like saying I was defending Bane and that anyone else would be in life for what he did, even though he literally wasn't speeding. And it was just bizarre. Like, he just made up a police report. Maybe I got confused with someone else. Alonso, the polar bear, first pitch, down low for a ball, 1-0. Yes, it was JP. Yep, it was. It was. It was like a dog dying in the wreck. Alonso has 2 hits in back-to-back games, and he will not get on board here. A fly out to right, so Kelly's first inning of work. Back with the D-backs is a good one. 1, 2, 3 go the O's. I go top 2, no score. Alonso, 2 straight games with an RBI, or multiple RBI. Hit a homer yesterday, his second of the season. When that pretty much put the game out of reach. Yep, I got that game on Jackson. Yep. Why is Vrabel afraid to do a press conference? Just deny, deny, deny. He's hoping it blows over. It doesn't impact his ability to be a head coach, so he'll address it at some point. He'll address it at some point. Deny, deny, deny doesn't really work when you're trying to be a leader of men, and also when you when there's photographic evidence. Right, he's not a real ninja. No, he's not. No, he is not. So Jose Fernandez got into a full count last time before Perdomo decided to get greedy in scoring position. So now the bases are empty for Fernandez. We're going to continue his at-bat. The count resets. Too bad, because that was a very good at-bat for Fernandez. Taking a lot of pitches. It's been a while, Jackson. Yeah, it's been a while. And it's Fernandez, Arenado in the 5 spot, and then Baker in the 6. Right, compare that to dog guys, apples and oranges, yeah. I mean, you need some of that for the sweep. Last time out, Jackson. You need some of that for the sweep. Will it blow over? No. No, this is not blowing over. Yeah, there weren't a lot of people on, which makes sense. Did she admit to it? No, she admitted nothing. She just said the weight of the investigation was taking a toll on her, whatever the heck that means. Fernandez, first pitch, lays it off 1-0. I break my Twitter strike. Tomorrow's the 10th anniversary of the perfect game thrown by Seattle pitcher Shane McCarthy. You might have to on that one. 1-0, swing and a miss on the changeup, 1-1. On the outer part of the zone. City admitted nothing. The 1-1 to Fernandez. Down low on the sinker and inside 2-1. He's making Rogers throw a lot of pitches. Made him throw a lot in the first inning before Perdomo got caught out on the bases. 2-1. Oh, you're good on that one, David. You're good. Shot foul on the cutter. Big hack of that one. 2-2. And Fernandez got a lot of power this offseason. Was the number 27 prospect in the farm system entering this year. Hard hit ball to short, base hit. Fernandez gets on board. The last 2 D-backs batters have gotten hits past the glove of Gunnar Henderson. Does that make it better? No. I mean, for Vrabel, yeah, but not for Rossini. Doesn't make it better for Rossini. Because she broke the #1 rule of journalism. You know, cool other stuff. I heard Lady Gaga's incredible. I know from people that went to see Lady Gaga that it was incredible. I'm waiting for her to come back to Phoenix in a stadium, not in an arena where tickets are $500. First pitch, Arenado. Check swing, and that's going to go Brackets the pitch for a 1 double play. 1-4-3. I was going to say Arenado was playing well after yesterday. 5 RBI and 2 hits, but a check swing, double play. That's 2 out. Just a weak hit ball trying to pull back, make contact with the bat, and it was just... oof. Not great. Community post? Oh, wait, he did a community post? Oh, boy. Wait, he has an actual channel? I know he has an actual channel. I'll be able to talk about that. I have never heard that toasted. First pitch, 0-1. That's a big difference, Jackson. Big difference. He's clearly not well. 0-2 the count as that curveball is in the zone. Baker, this is his second at-bat of the season for the D-backs. He's in the starting lineup for the first time all year. Was not supposed to be in the lineup, the former Cardinal, but Marte got scratched, so I had to make some changes. Yeah, Sabrina Carpenter was great like that, too, yeah. I very much like Broadway. Oh, he's not an actual channel? Oh, man. Clear's Vengeance on 7. Fouled off 0-2. Just put this on post for some reason? Yeah, he was very much drunk last night. And McGinnis, yeah, former Cardinals head coach. Sinker in the dirt, 1-2. Obviously got screwed over by the Bears for A lot of that. 1-2. Baker lays off the changeup outside and low 2-2. How's it going, Jason? Appreciate you tuning in. That one outside on the four-seamer. Good eye by Baker. Is he defending it? No, he was not defending drunk driving. He thought I was defending drunk driving. Baker. Base hit past the diving glove of the second baseman. Baker, his first hit as a D-back. He stumbles as he goes for 2, but he'll get in there with a double. No, he's going to stay. He could have, but he stumbled. You watch here, Baker. He tripped. He was going for 2. Was at the wall. He decides to hold back. Third hit for the D-backs today. Right, no, he wasn't even drinking. That's the crazy part. That's the insane part. It was like, and then he was like, okay, he was racing. No, he was going the speed limit. It was just... So that was some McCann up to bat in the catcher spot. Again, McCann, the starting catcher after Kevin Moreno on the IL. First pitch misses down low, 1-0. Oh, yeah, see, yeah, Brown looks incredible. Oh, my goodness, Mystic, yeah. Oh, yeah, it's crazy, Isaac, yeah. No, Bain was not even speeding. He was going 60 and a 60. He was not even speeding. It was just a really tragic accident. McCann, that one misses down low, 2-0. Orioles are going to challenge. And that looked low initially. Watch the replay here. That one. And that looked low. Yeah, and it's low. I joke occasionally. Yep, that is most definitely not a strike. So, Orioles down to 1 challenge. Yeah, Brown looks really good. He led South Florida in assists this year. He's really, really good. Right, Bates passenger, only one that wearing a seatbelt. Yep. McCann on 2-0. Swing and a miss on the changeup. That was going to be outside the zone. Yeah, I'm going to bite on that. 2-1. Yeah, High Point's building the squad right now. High Point's building quite the squad. It's crazy, too, because I think we beat out Oklahoma for him. I think it was between us and Oklahoma, and he decided to come here. Changeup, fouls it off 2-2. I'm not sure he's going to start for us. I honestly don't know if he's going to start. No, neither have I. I've never been drunk. Like, I don't even know if Brown's going to start for High Point. Like, this squad is going to be insane this year. Yeah, look at what you said. Yep. 2-2 the count to McCann. He fouled off that last pitch in the dirt. 2-2. McCann, swing and a miss on the sweeper. D-backs have gotten 3 guys on board. They've done nothing with it. Rogers gets the strikeout. D-backs leave a runner on. We go bottom 2. No score. You want the Angels to use the game of the year? Yep. I want to see try on the playoffs. Yeah, that'd be nice. Flyers have 2 more regulation wins than the Rangers, and the Rangers are last in the Eastern Conference. God, hockey is sometimes... This year, hockey is just bizarre. So we go bottom 2 here. D-backs leave a runner on board. They've got 3 guys on board today. One of them that got out on the base paths. One of them, it was a 1-pitch double play after that. And then that one got straight. Baker got straight on a strikeout. Not taking advantage of the opportunities. All good, Jason. That's good, at least controlled environment. That's good, at least. Yeah, thank God, Eagle. I have nothing against Mina Kimes. Now, Mina's actually pretty good. I have nothing against Mina. But thank God Rossini's gone. I was going to ride home. Yep, that's the way to do it. Man 27 ran through additional accrued Diane Rossini on the cover art. It should, yes. Yeah, Tegan's still coaching, which I don't understand. They were better with Haley as the coach. I just don't know how, if you're a player, you can play for a guy like Yin. I don't know how. Like, that speech he gave to his team today was like, you tune it out. Yeah, I saw Stephen made that comment about Trout and how, like, can he request a trade? Like, the Angels would have tried to trade him a long time ago. Oh, it's not even top 10 craziest pass controversy? Oh, no, not even close. That's the crazy part. Yeah, Haley of the team. I don't want to say rolling, but they were better. Run defense, at least, was better. First pitch in there for a called strike. 4-5-6 years to appear. Something taken by Manning beer prices. Yeah, the Reddit post. Oh, that was... It's never going to happen, but that's a funny idea. That's a funny idea. Basayo hitting just 136 this year. Was 0 for 4 yesterday. Yeah, Pa's looking really good right now. Pa has... That roster is just stacked. Yeah, Stephen A. needs to ever talk about baseball again. I agree. Struggling as of late. Just 1 for his last 14. Make it 2 for his last 15. That's gone. Deep center field. Goodbye. Basayo goes yard. His 3rd of the season. And the Orioles lead 1-0. Yeah, hopefully it doesn't come to that, Eagle. Hopefully it doesn't come to that. Most WAT team? Probably Mets. And 92 on the inside. Basayo takes it yard. Deep center field. His 3rd of the year. 2nd in the last 3 games. It's weird. Basayo, his last 15 at-bats. 13 outs. 2 home runs. Yeah, it should be bottom 2. Yep. It should be bottom 2. You also have to much for a start. Yep. A way better start. 0-1 the count to Beavers. That one in the dirt. 1-1. D-backs led 7-1 last game, and since then the Orioles have outscored them 9-0. They haven't received after Willie Johnson. God. You know, Haley reminds me of McDaniel. Yeah. That went down low, 2-0. Or 2-1, I should say. Soriano leading AL MVP. Don't at me. I want to see a pitcher win MVP one last time. Otani doesn't count. Otani does not count. Division 1 team, most losses ever. Ooh. I'm going to guess Rutgers. I'm not sure on that. 2-2. Or 3-1. That pitch misses outside. I'm on starts right now. 3-1. D-backs have not lost a series since the opening series against the Dodgers. But okay, not surprised by that. They got to rebuild. 3-1. Fastball right down the middle, taken to center field. But underneath it for the first out will be Barossa. VMI. Oh, wow. We're not on that. 4 Big South members all those years ago. The Astros, they keep losing streak. Yeah, it's not good right now. Longest since they were intentionally tanking. Tavares, 1 for 3 yesterday. 3 for 7 over the last 2 days. First pitch outside, 1-0. Here's the PI for Dane. I think it was Vrabel's wife. It had to be Vrabel's wife. It's the only one that makes sense. It's the only logical explanation. 1-0 the count. Tavares called strike on the bottom part of the zone. 1-1. How's it going, Rezmer? I appreciate you doing it. Appreciate you being here, man, as always. Get ready for week 4 of the UFL season. Can't wait for that this weekend. 1-1 the count. Tavares, curveball. Takes it to deep center. Barossa at the track will make the play for out number 2. But a lot of deep outs. Kelly's leaving some stuff hanging over the middle of the plate. They could use Valdez. Yeah, I wonder what happened there. Number 1 hits on the day Lincoln was assassinated. They didn't have charts back then, but if they did, I would... Freebird. It's Freebird. Yeah, the Yankees-Angels game yesterday was the best game of the season. Gosh, what's the support? I appreciate you, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, right now I'd be panicking if I'm the Stros. 8 losses in a row, I'd be panicking. Yeah, 2 Hall of Famers dunking it out, or duking out, Judge breaking Mantle's multiple home run games. Only Babe Ruth, that was more than Judge. Crazy. Yankee Doodle, yep. Jets have to be the favorites to win the division? No. No. Let's not go that far. Pitch misses low, 1-0 to Kowser. He was 0 for 3 yesterday. Right, Kane is, he's done at this point. Kowser not playing the best as of late, just 3 for his last 20. dating back to April 3rd. 1-1 the count. Never had the 1 pick? I'm not sure. I'm guessing the Yankees have never had the 1. When Johnny comes rushing home. If Vrabel's wife, yeah, makes sense, yeah. Had to be. 1-1. That changeup misses low. 2-1. Dolphins are better than Green Shorts Wings. You're not wrong there. Jets fan, I hope for the 1 pick and the Jets finally get the quarterback they're waiting for since Pennington. Yeah, this could be a good class next year. Could be a very good class. Alvarez could win MVP at some point. That off-speed pitch has been missed down low. 3-1 to Kowser. Kowser this season on 3-ball counts, getting on board 63% of the time. Very good when he gets ahead in the count. And we'll get on board here. Base hit, slow roller past the diving glove of Arenado. Yeah, Giolito might not be the... But he wants so much money. Giolito wants so much. Was there a World Series pick? I get that. Trout also passed Schneider. It was 408th. You know, Trout, he played phenomenal yesterday. So you guys played phenomenal. The guy coming up right now with the runner on, Jackson. And Jeremiah Smith, yeah, he's really good. Think ESPN knew something later walk? No, I don't think so. I think she got more money from the Athletic. So not Jets fan. Hope the Jets get the 1 pick so they fire Glenn so they have hope. You haven't hope in a while. Jeremiah Jackson, first pitch, swing and a miss, so 1. Jackson, 2 home runs yesterday, including a grand slam. Was 3 for 4. He's been on a tear as of late. His last 4 games, here's a man who's got a hit in all 4 of them. He's 8 for 16 his last 4 games with an OPS of 1.625. Before that, his OPS was 448. It's risen to 872 in his last 4 games. Dodgers, Giants, Reds, Cardinals, Red Sox, and Rockies. Never would have thought the Rockies. Red Melon Crackpot? Nice. Your Colts are going to stink this year. I'm not crazy about the Colts this year. 0-1 to Jackson. Swing and a miss on the cutter 0-2. We got to get rid of Woody. I mean, Woody is the common thread in all this. Common denominator in all this is Woody Johnson. Oh, 2 pickoff play again. Gets back in time. That's 2, so I got to be careful. Can't do it a 3rd time. Got to keep track of that. They have not. Summer, no, they have not. Yeah, Sabres, so happy for him. After 15 years. Hopefully they do well in the playoffs. That could be a fun series. If Sabres against Lightning, that'd be a fun series. 0-2 the count to Jackson. You're surprised on that, Summer. 0-2. Pickoff play. Intentional pickoff. 1-2. Trying to catch him napping at first. Not going to get it. The biggest swindler in NFL history, Kirk Cousins. I mean, he's up there. With how much money he's made in guarantees. His agent's doing great. And Jackson's doing great. That's a base hit to center. Back-to-back hits for the Orioles. 3 hits for them this inning. Runners on first and second. And Jackson, after a 3-for-4 outing last time, out picking up right where he left off. Sam Hickey walks to the lead could run. Yep. You have Habs being the Lightning. I have the... I'm going to take the Lightning in that one. And in comes Blaze Alexander, the former D-back, a chance for revenge on his old team here. He was 0 for 2 yesterday with 2 strikeouts. Alexander has not been playing great ball as of late. Was acquired by the O's in exchange for 3 prospects, including Mejia and Stroud. Stroud doing well in Reno right now. Maybe it was OPS above 100. I think it will. Alexander just 2 for his last 20. Hitless in 6 of his last 7 games. First pitch check swing. I don't think he went on the curve. He did not. 1-0 the count. Yeah, Aaron Glenn's a great coach. It's ever, yes. Geno Smith will save the Research Wings game at 1-16. Yes. Yes, he will. 1-0 the count to Blaze. Got to get him out the bottom of the order here. Blaze. Left center. At the track. Barossa makes the play. 3 flyouts to Barossa. So they'll leave 2 on, but they're getting to Kelly. 3 hits that inning. And all the outs were deep fly balls to center. 1-0 the score. So we go top 3 at Camden Yards as the O's look to take the series. Yeah, Glenn should have been fired. Yeah. Glenn should have been fired. 100,000%. And if you like what you see, that like button, subscribe, helps the channel, tells us to try to grow this community even more. We go 8-9-1 hitters, starting off with Tim Tawa. He's not swung the ball well as of late. 0 for his last 9, hitless his last 3 games. He did not play the last game against the Orioles. The Jets draft history, see it all the Hall of Famers they passed it over the years. Oh yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot, especially Brady and Sapp. That's the big one. The Kyle Brady Warren Sapp was dumb at the time, and it's even dumber now. Yeah, Kenny and Junior Sale, yep. Yep, I took Blair Thomas and Johnny Mitchell. No, not Johnny. John Mitchell wasn't that year. But they did take Blair Thomas in 90. Right, and the season, the defensive-minded coach should have been one and done. Yep, especially because, you know, that defensive-minded coach, and he ended up, you know, not having a pick. Phil's up 3-0. Sosa 3-run shot for the Phils. And Tal was a guy that can play every position, but he's not well with the bat. Has never been that good with the bat, and he would probably not be playing if it wasn't for Lawler being injured on the 60-day IL. I mean, no box scores April 1465. Nope. Jeremiah Jackson for MVP. He's been good. He's been good as of late. Tim Tawa has not been good as of late, hitting just 107 this year. No, that was not the reason I made the stream. I was going to make the stream regardless. I was making the stream regardless. That bitch misses down low 1-0. That would just, I was going to go live if it wasn't for the fact, like earlier, if it wasn't for the fact that I had a meeting with a sponsor. So, it wasn't for that. 1-0. Tawa swinging a miss on the off-speed pitch. 1-1. Tawa has no hits this season on off-speed pitches. He's going to try to bunt his way on. It's going to pop up foul 1-2. Would you just like it? Yes, I would. I would just like him. 3 strikeout games starting when had. I'm going to guess 1. I mean, his bat was insane. I'm going to guess 1. 1-2 the count. Tawa, there's the off-speed pitch. Fouls it off behind on plate 1-2. New sponsor? No. No stream with Prize Picks again. No, just talk about the integration with Prize Picks. Figure out new ideas and whatnot, so. Wasn't anything new. 1-2. 1. Wow. Yep, he was so good. 1-2. Gone way too soon. Tawa fouls off the fastball down the right field line. Staying alive on 1-2. The pitch. Lefty on righty. NBA predictions for tonight. 1-2. Tawa chases the high fastball. Swing and a miss. Goes to the backstop. 2-3 on the out. And Tawa's struggles on the year continue for out number 1. He's an easy out at this point. Tonight, I'm going to take the Hornets. And I'm going to take the Blazers. So Barossa in the 9 spot. Hitting the ball a lot better as of late. Taking a lot of pitches in that 9 spot. That one inside. Got a very good eye as of late. And last game, 2 for 4 with a double. 45 4 hit games and 34 2 strikeout games. That's incredible. How do you know it wasn't a prank? Because it's the Bucks back then were so poorly run. It was not a prank call. 2-0 the count. Sources confirmed it too. It was not a prank call. Yep, I'm right there with you, Joe. 2-0 the count. The pitch misses down low. Good eye by Barossa. He's ahead in the count here. It was not a prank call. Barossa. Changeup. In there for a called strike on the inside corner. Good off-speed pitch there. 2-1. When Barossa gets to the count 2-0, he gets on board 57% of the time with a 1.738 OPS. Lays off the changeup in the dirt. 3-1. Good eye there. He's ahead in the count. His OPS is 1.186. Anything else, his OPS is in the 3s, which is not good. 3-1. Fouled off behind home plate. We stay alive 3-2. Changed their mind last second? Yeah. I think that's what happened. They changed their mind last second. The prank call in the draft? Last year. But Sanders? That was last year. When Shedeur Sanders, the Jeff Ulbrich situation. Cheese ravioli with tomato sauce and turkey sausage. Nice. Full count to Barossa. So he tries to get back to the top of the order with a runner on board. 3-2. Barossa into left field. Hanging up. The diving play. Can't get it. Bad jump in left by Ward. And Barossa gets in with a 1-out double on a full count. Jorge Barossa. Poor defense by Ward. I think so too, missing on that one. Yeah, they're going to be good next year. Really good next year. Barossa, it was a terrible jump by Ward in left. He was backing up and then came up too late. Tried to dive for that ball, but it was too late at that point. And Barossa, he's a fast guy, hustles into second with a 1-out double. Back to Vargas at the top of the order. First time through, D-backs got 4 hits off of Rogers. Not bad by any means. Oh, somebody used the GM's phone to call the player. Was the GM's phone? Yes, that was last year. Yep. Right? Is that... Wait. Yeah, Jeff Ulbrich's son called up Shedeur Sanders. He got the number. 0-1 the count. Or 1-0 the count, I should say. Second time through the order now. Vargas looks at a called strike 1-1 on the off-speed pitch. Rogers this season, first time through, really good. 305 OPS entering today. Only allowed 3 hits the first time through. Allowed 4 this season in 3 games. 4 hits today. Second time through, a 924 OPS. So this is your chance. But Vargas, that's a junk pitch in the dirt. Swings at that 1-2 inside. And Vargas batting leadoff after Marte got scratched with lower back tightness. Of all the 9 spots to bat in the order, Vargas is the worst in the 1 spot lifetime. But with Marte's scratch, gotta just make a move somehow. And Vargas is the hot bat. You want to get back in first? I can. Yep. Vrabel's to do it a few situation. Just own up to it. It's gonna be tough though because after everything they said about Henderson and being a good Christian and whatnot, yeah, he got $500,000. Yep, that was Ulbrich. Yep. For everything like that. Like, it's going to be tough. Can I do a stream for the Nats? Yeah. Yeah, we'll do that at some point. I do all the teams at some point. So we will do a Nats stream at some point, Dom, for that one. Straight to miss Vargas on the changeup. Swung out of his shoes. Another strikeout there for Rogers. 2 down. The D-backs bring a runner in scoring position home. Carroll coming up. And we'll do Nats at some point. I know that Dr. D is doing the Nats Pirates game right now. I know that. He's a Pirates streamer, so be a bit of a Pirates bias to that. Eagles over at hammering investigation on the Pats? No, I do not. I do not. First pitch outside, 1-0. Corbin 1 for 5 this series. He's got 3 triples this season. That's the most in the NL as things stand. Led the NL in triples in 23, 24, and 25. How's it going, John? Appreciate you tuning in. The 2-time All-Star lefty on lefty. Carroll swing and miss on the fastball, 1-1. Rogers this year, about the same against lefties and righties in terms of OPS. Batting average, though, he's getting just a 154 average against lefties. 228 against righties. Very good against lefties, and we get a hand the count 1-2. Yep, I got the game on Jackson. I got it. 1-2 count. Barossa on second. And bad today with runners on board. But Carroll lays off that sinker 2-2. And Barossa's got speed. So anything out of the infield should be enough to tie this game. Any base hit out of the infield, I should say, obviously. Barossa in the 80th percentile this year in sprint speed, so. 2-2, Corbs, swing and a miss on the sweeper. D-backs, 4 hits, no runs. Not doing anything with the guys on board, and we go bottom 3. Means a 1-0 game. Saw the movie, I thought it was dumb until it was legal. Until I looked up, it's legal. Wow. Guy shoots puck in the air, puck lands flat over the line, that's a goal. Yeah, bro, that's legal. We stay safe with the thunderstorms. That sucks, stupid. That sucks. So Corbin 0 for 2 this game. That's a bad strikeout there. Sweeper was outside. Good movement on that pitch. We go bottom 3. Second time through down for Merrill Kelly. They're allowing a lot of hard contact that inning. 3 hits. The 3 outs were to deep center field. The homer was to deep center field as well. Kelly last season, second time through the order. About the same as the first time through from an average perspective, an OPS perspective. Most likely Friday. All right. Supposed to get thunderstorms tonight. The skies are clear right now. Oh, that's not good. Yeah, that's the calm before the storm. Cubs get a run back. It's 3-1 there. 1-0 Royals in that one. If you like what you see, folks, hit the like button, subscribe to this episode. Tell the channel to try to grow the screen even more. Oh, classes during the thunderstorms? Oh, that sucks. Yeah, walking back from class at a thunderstorm. It's not fun. Most definitely not fun. I'm pretty sure I guess we got 2 streams today. We got this one. And later tonight, we are doing the Mariners against the Padres. Series between 2 teams playing very well right now. Padres with double-digit wins. Mariners coming off that 4-game sweep against Houston. People are Mammoth fans since they're the newest team. It's a fun team to root for. Cooley's a good player. Small chance somebody thunderstorm 2 hours from now. Hopefully not. Thoughts on hurricanes? It's the reason I don't live in Florida. It's the reason I don't want to live in Florida. I lived through a hurricane. It sucked. I lived through Hurricane Sandy. That was brutal. UofL's fake football, not the NFL. It's very much real football. UofL's been high quality this year. UofL quality's been very high. I'm impressed. First pitch, outside, 0-1, and Kelly will now work with Henderson. Went 1-2-3 last time in the first inning on the 1-2-3 hitters. I'll start with the 1-2-3 hitters here. 1-0. That one in there for a strike on the bottom part of the zone. Not sure if Henderson offered, if they call it a strike. 90 minutes to 2 hours. About the same. Yeah, right now Wisconsin, Iowa getting 20 hours. The Midwest. So that's why I don't live in the Midwest. 1-1 the count. Terrified of tornadoes. And Henderson running a 7-game hitting streak. Through a rough start to the season. Lays off that fastball down low and inside 2-1. So, yeah, several reasons to roll in Florida. Yep. Problem with Florida is that not just hurricanes, but there's only one way out. So if there's a hurricane, it's not going to go north, east, west, or south to avoid it. There's only one way out, and it's north. Henderson, chopper to first, scooping it up at first is Vargas. He'll step on the bag himself. They're losing attendance? No, they're not. No, UFL's going to be fine. They just announced expansion. I think they're going to be fine. I'm more confident than I was a month ago with the UFL. Rapoli's got the league in a good spot right now. But if you asked me that last year, I would have said, yeah, I don't think they're going to last long. Or if you rent, right, if you rent, but if you own, oof. So 1 out, in comes Ward, who was looking for his first hit of the series. First pitch, swing and a miss on the high cutter, 0-1. Ward up the middle, off the pitcher's mound, base hit. Hard hit ball up the middle, and Ward is his first hit of the series with a 1-out knock. That's 4 hits for the O's today. All hard hit balls. So good bounce off the mound as well. And now Pete Alonso coming up. Alonso has been a thorn on the D-backs side for years. Since 2023, an OPS of 101.6 against the D-backs with 8 homers in 21 games, including last night. And he had 2 RBI in that comeback win. Down 7-1. Yep, Cubs start on the base paths. Yep. Yeah, that was a bad go to third. That's out, JP. Arizona State, I live in rarely gets 20 hours of hurricanes. Yep. That's why I love it out here. 1-0. Ward. On first, Alonso swings at the curveball. 1-1. Yeah, that's fine, Toasted. NFL Network and FS1, you're not going to get good ratings on that. The ESPN ratings, the ABC ratings are going up. Graphics come from MLB TV. It's MLB Gamecast. Yep, got sack fly at 1-0 fish. Yeah, that's why I love living in Arizona. You know the weather. The weather is not, it's very predictable. You know it's going to be sunny. Not going to get hurricanes, tornadoes, natural disasters. You're not going to get anything like that. 1-1. Runner goes. Throw, well, not in time, and also didn't make the grab, so. Vargas, I should know, Vargas is playing second today. Baker's playing short. Did you say anything? They put out an article, but I don't know if they've said anything on their shows. So stolen base there for Ward. He's now in scoring position. So he'll get his first stolen base of the year. That pitch missed, by the way, 2-1. Yeah, Orioles look good so far. Orioles look good. I'm not afraid of snow. I just don't like snow. 2-1. Alonso, half-hearted swing on the curveball inside. 2-2. A switch was lost. And you predicted the correct price. It's bad. But we got boobs, but you just stay inside for those. Not getting too much damage on that. And like, I'm not afraid of snow. I just don't like it. I don't like it piling up during the year. I don't like driving in it. 2-2. Outside on the sinker, full count. Alonso lays that one off. On a full count this season, Alonso getting on board 50% of the time. Can't do something from Florida. Makes sense. Yeah, one continuous natural disaster. Yep, there's no rain here. 3-2 outside, and another base runner allowed by Kelly. His fifth base runner allowed today. Went 1-2-3 in the first, but since then, it's not been pretty. And Kelly's first start back with the D-backs after the trade and after the injury. But that was during March Madness, though. That was always gonna be a wash. That game you're talking about was during the Final Four. That was always gonna be a wash. Basayo coming up. Hit the homer to center field last time. Incredible Hulk. The ride? I've never ridden the ride. I'm not a loop guy. Hulk's not like the most interesting superhero. Called strike on the outside corner 0-1. You missed my stream earlier. Do you think Mercedes had no choice but to sit down? No, she had a choice to let it play out. If she really didn't do it, she had a choice to let it play out. She had a lot of choices. She chose poorly on everything. That's fair, JP. Yep. 0-1 to Basayo. That fastball misses outside 1-1. Jamel Hill's coming on Rossini. I didn't see that. What did she say? I haven't taken anything she said seriously in forever. What did she say? 1-1. Was Josh Hulk hit? Oh, I didn't know that was his nickname. It was a good fight. It was a really good fight. 2-1. What did Hill say? 2-1 count. Outside 3-1. A lot of men do what Rossini did. Oh, jeez. McCann's going to challenge that call. I don't know why. That was very much not in the zone. So now the D-backs will have one challenge remaining. Only 3 more of these updates left for the semester. Oh, wow. My first choice was not banging a married guy, as he was saying with her. Yep. Oh, it gets a lot more so. Yep. And that pitch misses inside Basayo. It's McGinnis. Yep. Yeah. Cardinals coach back in the day. Yep. Bases loaded. Back-to-back walks by Kelly. He does not have it in his first start back. Kelly just does not have it. Mound visit here. That makes sense, JP. Yep. I'm not sure it's going to be any of those. So Beaver's coming up with the bases loaded. Why are you? Wow, you're winning right now, Summer. You know, he's an incredible athlete, all-American wrestler. Yeah, he's good. He's good. Wait, a Card Cyrus came around 03, who was head coach, setting the tunnel. He stopped, shook hands, and gave me a Cards yearbook. Wow. You know, he seemed like a nice guy. From all accounts, he seemed like a very nice guy. Remember the whole incident with him where he was supposed to be the Bears coach? The Bears announced it before they even, signed anything. That was a great fight, Mystic, yeah. Yeah, watch it on Saturday. That was a phenomenal fight. It was Ron Snow. Okay, that makes sense. So Kelly's in a jam. Oh, I agree. I did not have the D-backs win this game. With Rogers on the bump, I did not have the D-backs win this one. Thoughts on his gimmick? It works for him. I don't really have an opinion on it. It works for him. Pressure Mullins, yep, yeah. Beavers, first pitch. Swing and a miss on the curve. 0-1. So we're back underway here. No, you never see that, Cujo. You never see that. Well, you see Sirianni do it, but just not in that way. 0-1 the count to Beavers. 50 pitches already for Kelly through 7 outs. 0-1 Beavers. I actually agree with you on that one, Summer. That pitch misses down low, 1-1 the count. Beavers in his career with the bases loaded gets on board 43% of the time. Or excuse me, 16% of the time. So I got something completely different. My bad on that one. He's 1 for 6 lifetime with the bases loaded. Swing and miss on the changeup in the dirt. 1-2. Yes, we all knew that, Toasted. We all knew that. We all knew he was not a good person before that. Yeah, based on everything you're saying, JP, I think it's going to be Thunder. Mets are overrated. I mean, no one thinks they're a good team right now. So, fiction. 1-2 the count. Never got notification? That's odd. 1-2. Beavers swing and a miss on the changeup. Chases that pitch in the dirt. And Beavers now 1 for 7 lifetime with the bases loaded. 2 out. Tavares coming on, trying to blow this game open. Kelly trying to keep this game within manageable distance. Yeah, hopefully he doesn't get to that, JP. Yep. In his career, Tavares with the bases loaded gets on board 29% of the time. He is 14 for 50 lifetime with the bases loaded. 1-0 the count. So he misses outside. Way outside on the changeup, 2-0. And Kelly is behind right now. Tavares, after getting ahead in the count 2-0, has been very good this year, getting on board 80% of the time. No, he did not do the wrong thing. You get assaulted, you have a right to report it. 2-0. That cutter misses inside, 3-0. Kelly's walked 2 batters already this inning. In grave danger of walking a third. Hauser on deck. The 3-0. Kelly cannot find the zone. 4-pitch walk. Keep the line moving. Orioles up by 2. You know, they have 36% rain in Florida. Yep. So there's 3 walks for Kelly this inning. This might be a game where Brandon Pfaadt's going to play out of the pen. Pfaadt got moved to the bullpen. After Kelly was healthy and got into the rotation. It's probably the long reliever. First pitch swing, Hauser, center field at the track, making the play. Sparosa for the final out. So Orioles get 1. They leave them loaded, but they do get 1, and they lead 2-0. So we go to the top of the 4th. Kelly walked 3 batters that inning. His first start back in Arizona, not the best right now. So if Vrabel's unethical as Moore, I mean, they're both scum up. What Moore did was worse because he then threatened to kill the person. So, what Moore did was worse. If you like what you see, the like button, subscribe, post the channel on time to try to grow this community even more. You know, Russini's scum. No, I'm not surprised something for Thunderstorm of the year. It's okay to assume the only ones sent out to Rossini are the ones who have done the same thing, moved the ladder as well. I mean, anyone that supports Rossini at this point, they got skeletons in their closet. Coachella too much of an influence event? Big time. Yep, Coachella's not my thing. Like, the performances are good, but I would never go. Too much of an influencer thing. My Stella Team Twins jersey has arrived. Just in time for the game in a few minutes. Just in time for the Twins being the best team in the American League. Yeah, it's way too much of an influencer bet. Yeah, very lucky that it's only 2. Still in striking distance. Heart of the order here, starting with Perdomo. Looks like a called strike on the breaking ball 0-1. Now, best in baseball is the Dodgers, but Mr. Most of Ole Miss, Kentucky that day because the ABC station was providing weather updates. Oof. I do like it, Michael, yeah. His logo was cool. 0-1. Perdomo going to try to bunt his way on. Pops it foul. 0-2. Try to do a late bunt, pulling it down the first base line. Right, what support means to, yeah. Anyone claiming she didn't have a fair that everyone else does it, that's where I get suspicious. Perdomo chops it, infield hit. His second hit of the game. He was struggling before, but on 0-2, just chops it down the third base line. And Blaze Alexander can't get there in time. Perdomo leadoff single. 5 hits for the D-backs today on Rogers. A man who has not allowed more than 6 in any outing this season. Perdomo on board. Got thrown on the base pass last time. How's it going, Stefan? Brought Subway sandwich. Nice. Still made a cut of the bet you want as well. Still made a cut of that one. That much misses down low to Fernandez. 1-0. Fernandez 1 for 1. Got on board with a single back in the second inning. It's been very good for Arizona since coming up from Reno. Got a hit now in 6 of his last 7 games. Swing and a miss on the cutter down low, 1-1. And now it's cloudy. Yep, you know what's coming. O's win and Twins lose are the new best team in the AL. Yep. CBS interrupting weather updates during the Final Four. Oof. I never get interrupting with weather updates if it's not like tornadoes. If it's not a life or death situation, I never get interrupted with weather updates. Yep, you did advise me the Astros don't hit a home run. Yep, I did. You know, YouTube is weird like that sometimes. The notification bell is like hit or miss. Trout did it again. Wow. I don't have that game on, but wow. 1-1. Hopefully he can find his prime again. That'd be good for baseball. Fernandez pulls it foul down the right field line on the changeup. 1-2. The D-backs have done nothing today with anyone on base. Right, during a tornado. I get that, because that's, you might die. Oh, tornado, so that's, oh, that makes sense then. 1-2. Runner goes, swing and a miss, but will steal second. So strikeout, but a stolen base for Perdomo, who gets his 5th of the season. 1 out, but they do advance the runner in scoring position. Good fastball there. That'll send Arenado up. Arenado check swing double play last time. 2 home runs yesterday, the first 2 homers of his D-backs career. Right, severe thunderstorm pop on the screen, but tornado, right. Right, sure, the play reporters banging sources are married to them. Well, you be married to them, that's fine. You're allowed to be married to them. So there are rules about that. If you met as Arenado pops it up into left field out of play. Cameron lost his bearings. Yeah, let's go into the stands. 0-1. Blake Griffin Trey Wayne left the Clippers. Yeah, I thought Griffin was washed at that point. Right, you can't do that, Michael. So their source, like, you're allowed to be with your source if you were in an existing relationship beforehand. So that's fine. If, let's say, Vrabel and Rossini were together back in, like, 2008, Arenado pops it up. He'll be 0 for 2 today, calling everyone off as a second baseman. It's Jackson, so he'll make the second out. Arizona hit a home run? No, I don't think so. I don't think they will. Not today. Here comes Baker, who got his first hit last time. As long as he'll follow journalistic integrity, yep. Like, if Rossini was married to Vrabel in, like, 2008, like, that's different. That pitch misses down low, 1-0. Michael Jordan, bad example for... Yeah, Jordan could do it, yeah. I mean, they didn't win without Pippen. I mean, until they got a team around him. Right, she was a TV show host. Yeah, that's very different. That's very different, especially with the New York Times. Called a hike and bike pet during a tornado warning. Ooh. Pass ball there. Perdomo's going to take third on the changeup, and he will hold at third. Not going to be aggressive on that. So Perdomo goes to third on the wild pitch. That's 2 wild pitches for Rogers, and Baker now with a 2-0 count. When you declare yourself an insider, you can vote for Coach of the Year. That's where it gets a bit dicey. When you have a vote for Coach of the Year, you can vote for Vrabel and all that, and that means money. And New York Times has very strict guidelines. Very, very strict guidelines. Mound visit here with Rogers. Right, the unfaithfulness is not the issue. It's the conflict of interest because Vrabel's that coach. Right, wasn't insider yet. You actually chased a tornado. Oh, wow. Nice on that. Two out to Baker. I mean, Torrey's making calls. Pablo Torrey's making calls. So we're just at the tip of the iceberg. So we got pop up to shallow center. And calling everyone off is the center fielder, Tavares, and the D-backs, again, do nothing with anyone on board. They got 5 hits. They've left all of them stranded. Cannot bring any runner home. And it's 2-0 to go bottom 4. Yeah, I would think so, too, if the path is fleeing like that, JP. Every chance I get, as long as you're staying safe out there. So bottom 4, if you like what we see, that like button, subscribe, helps out on the channel. Shorter gets 500. Fact. He's going to get into the Hall of Fame just on that one stat. He's going to get to 500. He won't coach of the year enough that why by enough their vote wouldn't matter, but I guarantee people are looking into it. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. As they should. You can't have just even one vote. Because we saw Drake May was decided by one vote. If her vote was compromised, that's a problem. Especially when you're tying money to these awards and accolades. So 8-9-1 here. Kelly's going to go a third time through the order after this. Kelly allowed 1 run in the 3rd inning after loading the bases. Walked 3 batters. Control was not there. Was odd because normally Kelly is very good at control. Last season, Kelly was in the 76th percentile in walk percentage. He's a guy that didn't mess around with too many batters. He was manager of the Red Sox, started dating regional broadcaster, despite being married. She had to resign. Now they both own a lobster hut. Didn't know that. First pitch to Jackson. He's 1 for 1 today. Hit 2 homers yesterday. Lays it off outside on the off speed. 1-0. Marlins up 3-0. Reds up 1-0. The 1-0 to Jackson. He takes it into left. That's going to get down for extra bases. Jackson's hot streak continues. It's misplay by Tawa in left. This could be 3. He's going to hold it 2. Tawa misplays that ball off the corner and left. So leadoff double, though, for Jackson. You have to wonder how long Kelly's leash is in a game like this. Oh, no, I would not do that. That's a deal breaker for me, too. Because who's to say it can't happen to you at that point? She had said it before. You know, Levitard, I'm not a Levitard guy at all. Levitard, I am not a fan of him. Alexander is going to try to bunt his way on, just a sacrifice down the first base line. And it works. Baker thought about going for 3 at one point, but wisely decides not to throw it across the diamond. I'll wait for pitcher to cover the bag for the first out. Sack bunt by Alexander, successful back to the top of the order. Yeah, I think he offered to... He, did it at a bar and had people vote on it with him. Hornets to win? I think so, yes. I think they do. Now, Lebitard, I think, filled it out with people. Like in a public place. First pitch, Henderson chops it, fell on the first base line. Oh, was it about at the time? Oh, wow. Yeah, I don't know the full story behind that. Reds up 2-0 on a solo shot by Stewart. 0-1 the count. Marlins up 4-0. Henderson lays off the pitch. Pickoff, he's out. Caught napping at third is Jackson. The bases are empty. Jackson caught napping at third, and McCann gets out of his stance. Throws him out. So instead of being 90 feet from scoring with 1 out, Jackson caught napping. He's out by a mile. I want to say somebody who left her ex because she cheated on her, then went back to go that very ex. Wow. Everybody's on the game. It's early, but yeah, it's looking good, Stefan. 1-1. Henderson lays off the changeup in the dirt. 2-1. So both teams have been caught on the base paths today. Two-1. Henderson fouls it off down the third base line. 2-2. They bunted Jackson over from second to third. I'm glad he does that right. I'm glad he supports Pablo Torre. I wonder, people who don't support Torre, I wonder what they're about. Because he's, actually doing journalism. Two in the dirt, full count. Who do I already told you I have the Hornets. I already told you. I've got the Hornets. Three, 2. Henderson fouls it off again on the changeup on the outer part of the zone. You figure Kelly's going to go 5 innings today. What happens after that, I'm not sure. He used a good amount of arms yesterday in that bullpen collapse. Full count. Henderson fouls it off again on the fourth seamer. Pitch number 8 coming up. Long at bat here for Henderson as Kelly goes a third time through. Playing games count for playoff stats? I actually don't know. That's a good question. I don't know if they do. 3-2. Henderson, half-hearted swing on a changeup in the dirt. He went. That was going to be ball 4. But Henderson goes after 8 pitches. Kelly gets it done. 2-0, top of the 5th. D-backs bats lethargic. They have not scored their last 9 innings. Can they finally get something here as we go bottom of the order with McCann, Tawa, and Barosa? He was up 3 on the start of the third. All right. I know Trout had the homer earlier. If you like what you see, folks, hit the like button, subscribe, helps out a ton on the channel. Well, it's early, Dexy. It's early. Fan of any other team? I like the Spurs in the Big 3 era. Once they all left, they kind of fell out. I I like the Spurs in the Big Three era. I like the way they moved the ball. I like the way they passed. I liked all that. Yeah, 4 to the Marlins. Yep. No, you can't come out because yesterday. I mean, yesterday was insane. Cubs trailing now 3-2 on the Phils. So here we go, the bottom of the order here. Start off with McCann, 1-0 the count. We'll see on that one, JP. Obviously, I don't know the area well, so. 1-0 McCann, fakes bunt, and pulls back. Fastball inside, 2-0. I will say the D-backs are making Rogers throw a good amount of pitches. So might be able to get to the bullpen. I don't want to say early in this game, but the guy that threw 101 last time. 3-0. We'll see Jackson. Also, a worse sports fit than Orioles, Spurs, Knicks, Tottenham. That's pretty bad. 3-0 McCann lays off the sinker. Red light was on 3-1. No, wait till it passes. Yep. Buxton line drive hit. How about that for Minnesota? 3-1. McCann. Fastball, base hit. Fastball on the upper part of the zone. McCann goes up the middle. 6 hits for the D-backs today. It's a leadoff single, and in comes Tim Tawa. You figure with Tawa's cold bat, you just bunt him over here. Actually, we're at 9:30, so hour and a half. I would not expect Tawa to swing the bat here. I'd expect him to just bunt his way over. He is going to swing, and that's a mistake. Cutter, swing and a miss, 0-1. When was it clear they were expansion cities? When was it clear? Oh, for the last 10 years. It's been clear for like 15 years of this. Once gambling became legalized everywhere, for the most part, once that happened, once the night shoe dropped. 0-1, Tawa outside 1-1. Once the Knights moved to Vegas, that was not moved to Vegas. Once the Knights became the expansion team in the NHL, that was the moment. Right, tomorrow is April 15th, yep. Too bad we can't do any baseball tomorrow on Jack Robinson because I'm going to Bruno Mars. Too bad. 1-1, Tawa lays off the cutter outside, 2-1. It should all do it. 45 minutes is plenty of time. 2-1 to Tawa. He's 0 for 1 today. Tawa, swing and a miss on the changeup outside, 2-2. Again, Torey Lovello likes playing small ball, bunting guys over, but the one time he does it is with a guy who's 0 for his last 10 and a guy who's hitting about 100 this year. He's 3 for 29. Okay, Louisville deserves one. Yeah, that's a good market. Louisville's a very good market. They deserve an NBA team. 2-2 count. McCann on first. Tawa, swing and a miss. I don't understand the strategy at all there. Torey's bunting guy. He usually bunts guys like the 2 spot and the 3 spot that can hit the ball. The one time he doesn't bunt a guy, the guy was hitting 100 on the season. It doesn't make sense to me. In comes Barossa. Hit a double last time down the left field line. And he shows, what are we doing? Cold strike down the middle, 0-1. He's showing bunt? With 1 out, with Barossa who can actually hit the ball, they're going to bunt. Tawa, they're going to let swing the bat. What on earth is this strategy? 0-1. So let's get the infield in. Barossa will swing, and he'll fly it out into the left field stands, 0-2. MLS last to go to Vegas. Well, they need indoor stadium because it's too hot. So they got to get the indoor stadium. 0-2. The D-backs have got 6 hits today. They've got no runs out of it. 0-2, Barossa. Connect. Got disconnected. That was a me thing. Got disconnected. Refresh. Should be okay. Barossa calls time. 1-2 count. Lefty on righty here. But they're not doing summer anymore, right? But that was the... But that's not until 27-28, so... Now they could. 2-2 the count. You still need a good stadium. You need to get the land to do it. 2-2 Barossa. Inside on the sinker. He works it full from 0-2 now to 3-2. Right, they're not doing it anymore. So they'll go to Vegas at some point. They'll go to Vegas. Especially now that the summer hurdle is out of the way, starting in 2 years. 3-2. Barossa. Ripped down the third baseline foul. Barossa's exactly what was a 9-hitter. He's taking a lot of pitches. Barossa is really good at getting these long at-bats. He's doing a much better job as of late. He's really developed as a hitter this year compared to last year. Adames homer for the Giants. 2-1 there. 3-2 count. Barossa outside on the fastball. So Barossa, after falling behind 0-2, works it full, draws the walk back to the top for Vargas. 32 Vegas and Phoenix. I think so too. Or Detroit. But Sacramento if they get ownership sorted out. Oh yeah, the live with Rusini. Yeah, that was a wild one. That was a wild one. She was crashing out. That statement made no sense. Blaming everyone else for her affair is just nuts to me. Like, I don't get the strategy. So we go a third time through the order. 83 pitches for Rogers. Depending on how this at-bat goes, you might be able to get Rogers out after 5. So on 83 already. Obviously, if this is like a one-pitch double play, not so much. But if you can get one of these guys on board, get him above 90 pitches, entering the 6th, that might be it. But Vargas, 0 for 2 today. He's in the leadoff spot. You can tell Marte not playing. He's usually in the leadoff spot. Yeah, I prefer Probel. I'm with you on that one. Vargas, first pitch, cutter outside. And Rogers has thrown a ball on 5 of his last 6 pitches. The D-backs have got 7 guys on board today. They have not scored a run today or in their last 9 innings of work. 1-0 to Vargas. That one into left. Backing up. At the wall! Vargas! Goodbye! 3-run shot! For Emmanuel Vargas! It bounces back into play after it went over the barrier. Vargas! 3-run shot to left. The D-backs in front. Vargas! His 2nd home run of the season. So stop at 9:15. We're gonna be 45 minutes straight of heavy rain. Ooh, dude, this is not playing. We got a hundo jack for the Mariners game today, so can't even do the playing if I wanted to. I'll have the playing game on, but even if I wanted to, we got a hundo jack for the Mariners game later tonight. Vargas 3-run shot gives the D-backs the lead, and Carroll up to about the bases empty. And none of that would have been possible without the discipline by Barossa. And Vargas thrust into the leadoff spot with the Marte injury. Carroll, chopper to second. Should be an easy 4-3 play. And Carroll's 0 for 3 today. Struggling this series. Carroll just 1 for 7. This series, 2 out. Perdomo up with the bases empty. Went for the kill from second. Oh, nice. Yeah, so we want to do the play, and we got a hundo jack to do. Not this game, but we got a hundo jack for the Mariners against the Padres. Yeah, Rotterdam, let's see. League One drops 4 down. Their loss today, how they can further relegation 13 with safety with 6 matches left. They're 22nd. Just type in the ultimate break for no runs, 50 hits. Sinker inside 1-1. But you don't want to face the Hornets? Nope. They're a good team. So wait, so how they confirm their relegation? It's 2-1 the count. Because I could get... Dude, I'm playing tomorrow? No, I'm going to Bruno Mars tomorrow. So I'm not going to Bruno. Or I mean, I'm going to Bruno. You know, Rotterdam, they play 46 matches. So... You're looking at Port Vale. I think you're looking at Port Vale. They have 6 matches left. Rotterdam does not. Yeah, you're looking at Port Vale. 2-2 the count. Wait, I scored 20 in the top of the first. Wait. 20 in the top of the first? Just a mercy rule at that point. 2-2 to Perdomo. He's 2 for 2 today. Lays off the sinker down low 3-2. League 1 plays 46. 24 teams, so you play each one home and away. League 1 plays 46. I think you're looking at Port Vale. Yeah, Celtics, they should be fine. I don't think it's going to go more than 5. Perdomo fouls it off. Tom going down? I think so, too. I think Tottenham's going down. I heard the Bruno Mars concert is incredible, so I can't wait for that. Yeah, now they're in the drop zone, I think they're going down. You're looking at Port Vale? All good. Yeah, Rodgers on 94 pitches. So they're going to get mounted for 5. Perdomo, weak chopper up the middle. Base hits! Perdomo, 3 for 3 today. He gets on a full count. Perdomo was struggling big time this month, was 3 for 35 this month. He's 3 for 3 today. The D-backs keep the line moving with Fernandez. Right, Rodham's conferred down. 94 pitches for Rodgers. Tottenham or San Antonio. Well, one of them actually does well. One of them could actually, like, win stuff. Be compensate 38-6. Oh, compensate, that explains a lot. Yeah, they're not good. Favorite Bruno Mars song. My favorite one by him is one that he never plays because it's too hard to sing. My favorite song by him is Too Good to Say Goodbye. 1-0, Fernandez. Lays off the fastball upstairs, 2. I'll pull Rodgers out. Well, if he doesn't get the out here, I think he's gone. That sounds like a football score, yep. Yeah, Northampton, they look down at this point. Too Good to Say Goodbye is my favorite song by him. But it's so high, it's so hard to sing. So he never does it. Perdomo's going to go. He's going to steal second for the second time today. So he's in scoring position. Cold strike, 2-1. Yeah, he's at State Farm, yep. He's playing at State Farm Stadium. So I got tickets, like... I was able to get online, because they did 2 concerts at State Farm, so I was able to get online and win tickets pretty easily. You're supposed to only 55. Yeah, because he was young when he first started. So Perdomo in scoring position with his second stolen base of the day. 2-1. Fernandez swinging a miss with the cutter. 2-2 on the pitch in the dirt. Rodgers is going to be on 99 pitches here. Can the D-backs get some more insurance? There are 3-run innings so far. 20 minutes of apocalypse in your area. Yep. 2-2. Yeah, you can decide whether the former or latter is more impressive. I think the former is more impressive. We've seen young coaches, but 2 decades, that's insane stability in the NBA. In a league where you get fired a year after winning the finals. 3-2. Pitch in the dirt. Fernandez lays it off. Another full count. Rodgers on triple-digit pitches. The D-backs are very patient and disciplined in their approach today. They'll get Rodgers out after 5. Can Fernandez get on board? 3-2. Fly ball. Center field. Backing up. At the wall. Off the wall. Fernandez, his second hit of the day. He gets on board with a stand-up double. And the rookie continues to rake. How's it going, Taka? Appreciate you tuning in. 19-4 that one. Wow. Luke Combs played Saturday at Jack Trice Stadium. Oh, man. I know he's on a tour right now where he's playing like these random college stadiums. Which I love. I'm bummed he's not coming to Phoenix. But he's playing these random college stadiums. And Rodgers on 100 pitches. Fernandez. Extra bases. And Rodgers is done. Right here when I was done. Oh, I didn't do Hundo Jack for Mets Dodge. If I didn't get that, what would I have done? I would have done nothing. If I didn't get Hundo Jack during the Mets Dodgers game to do Mariners, I would have done nothing. So Rodgers is done. On 100 pitches, the first time he does not go 6, let alone 5. He's responsible for the man on second. He's allowed 4 runs all season. Allows 4 runs that inning. And he proved us all wrong, Sports Talk. He proved us all wrong with that. Ty Lue was really the one that got that rap. Like, Spoelstra got it, but Ty Lue really got it. He proved everyone wrong. Spoelstra did some stuff before LeBron got there. Ty Lue was more of the LeBron rep. What's next day we're on stream? Anything? Next Wednesday. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then probably Sunday. Because I'll be in Pittsburgh. Then Sunday, I don't know if I'm streaming next Sunday. Not this Sunday. This Sunday I'm streaming. Next Sunday, I'm not sure. So 10 days from now. Right? 10, 11 days from now. Look at Mike Brown. Yep. Look at him. Garcia, the new pitcher for the Orioles. Wednesday, yep. So it'll be Rico Garcia to face Arenado. Garcia pitched yesterday. Went an inning, 3 up, 3 down. He did what he needed to do yesterday. He's been efficient this season. No hits allowed in 7 2/3. Never been to Pittsburgh. Never been. Only time I've been, if you even count it, was my flight out of Cleveland got canceled when I went to the Hall of Fame. Cleveland to New York, it got canceled, so I had to drive to Pittsburgh and get a flight there. Unless you count that, I've never been to Pittsburgh. 0-1, Arenado takes a called strike. He's 0 for 2 today after hitting 2 home runs yesterday. Atletico to win the Champions League? I'll go 25% at this point. Lehigh game did end, thankfully, after 7 rule, thank God. Right, no, until he got to the Lakers, he didn't really get a bad head coach. Nope. 0-1. Arenado fouls off the high slider 0-2. But Garcia's the guy that's usually the guy that's going to get holds for you. Playing the 7th of the 8th inning. This is the first time he's played in the 5th inning this year. What's going next week? This causes no streaming. I'm at the draft. I'm in Pittsburgh. That's why. So I'll be at the NFL draft. I'll be crazy with that. So Wednesday through Saturday, I'll be at the draft. Then Sunday, I'm not sure. Arenado, goodbye. Looks at the slider. He's 0 for 3 today. But the damage is done. The D-backs leave a runner on second, but they got 4 across. We go bottom 5. The D-backs in front for the first time today. Yeah, Nolan, yeah. He's not been good this year outside of yesterday. Yesterday was the only time he's looked good all season. Washington got pitched for steroids in offense, yep. If it didn't have Mercer, might score 50. Crazy. Right on the East Coast. Hopefully he doesn't get to Baltimore. Looks nice in Baltimore, at least. Let's see if I can throw the Hornets game on my screen. I can. Perfect. Yeah, 26-22 Hornets. Hope I get to announce a pick. That'd be fun. What if I just change the pick? That'll be what I do. I make my own content like that. I change the pick. Thank you for making a video 5 years later about the story behind that controversy. 4-0 Angels, man. Yeah, that sucks. Jason, miss email. That sucks. Yeah, 4 walks after 5. That's not good. Kelly's had some issues with walks today. He walked 3 in the 3rd. But now he's got a lead for the first time this game. Oh, wow, that was summer. Hornets, 3 pick on the right side. Been to Boston? Never. You would think I would have. I've never been to Boston. Been to Foxborough. I went to Gillette Stadium one time. I've been to Foxborough, but I've never been to Boston. Yeah, I can't wait to see Pittsburgh. I want to see how they handle the draft. I always like the logistical side of how they handle the draft. Because every city's different with how they do it. Come to Boston. At some point I want to go and see Fenway Park and do that. I've never been to Boston. You would think, growing up in New York, I would have gone to Boston at least one time. But I have never been. One of these days. It was 70 and 79 even a few hours ago. Hornets up by 2 at the end of 1. Releasing a draft to the draft next year. Yeah, in DC, yep. And draft is still, like, if you want to go to the draft, like, obviously you can't get the package at this point, but the draft is free to go to. First pitch swing and Ward pops it up. Shallow left center field. Out number 1, Tim Tawa, Colin Hoff Barossa. Drifted away from him a little bit at the end, but one pitch, one out. Yeah, Warren's about one, yep. So the say want to go to them the most? I don't know about the most. Makes Flav's boring, very predictable. 7-game series take a while, and a lot of the time it's very predictable. You know the one I want to go the most? Oh, yeah, Mr. Rogers exam? Hopefully at some point. I'm not going to have too much time in Pittsburgh. You've never been to Upper Peninsula? Oh, wow. Alonso, first pitch inside, 1-0. I've never been to D.C. That's going to change in 27. I think Denver's probably the one. Denver's probably the one I want to go to the most. I haven't been to yet. Alonso, down low, 1-1. Never been to the NBA draft. Never been. All these years it was at the Barclays Center. Where I want to be special? That's fair. That makes sense. 1-1. Alonso. Shot foul. 2 on the count. Right, DC draft. Yeah, they're going to do it at the park. Yeah, they'll do it at... Yeah, they're going to do it at the lawn. Yep, they're doing the draft for 27 at the lawn. They're going to try to get 1 million people. New England Aquarium needs to ride the train in Boston. Here, it's a very train-friendly city. Which Miami hosted. Probably not going to happen because they usually go for the draft to places that won't get Super Bowls. No, we're not driving through D.C. No, we're not driving through D.C. 2-1. Alonso, called strike on the sinker, 2-2. My guess is we're going to take the... I'm guessing we're going to take the train in from Penn Station. I fly up to New York and then take the train. That's my guess. I don't think we would drive. 2-2. Alonso. Curveball just misses. Low and outside. Full count. If Eric Kelly's done after 5. Yeah, Chicago I've been to. It's a nice city. Haven't been in like 11 years. It's better than New York. They're that much JP with the subway system. How's it going, RFK? Appreciate you tuning in. 15-hitter ABS wins. Wow. Swing and miss. Alonso chases the changeup in the dirt. Draft in Baltimore or Camden Yards. You could do that. You could definitely do that. They have the space. Miami draft, yeah. I would love to do a Miami draft. I would love a Miami draft. Believe me, anywhere with good weather, I would love that. The draft during the years of Radio City, yes, I went twice. 2012 and 2014. It was very different. Very different. Changeup, down low, 1-0. Sarah's got more twice today. Now flying to Pittsburgh? I'm flying to New York and then from New York to Pittsburgh. No, we're going to fly there. That's a long drive. That's like an 8-hour drive. Yeah, Buffalo's going to host a draft in a few years. I would think 28, 29, sometime around there. Fastball, swing and miss, 1-1. What city I've never been to that I want to go to? Denver. I want to get out to Denver at some point. Jacksonville, they need more hotels. Just straight up, they need more hotels. Jacksonville cannot do it right now. They need way more hotels. Now, granted, Green Bay pulled it off, but Jacksonville needs more hotels. London draft, that was never going to happen. A Phoenix game, that'd be awesome. Phoenix game will be the most convenient thing ever. I would stream every night after that one, too. 1-1. Basayo. Grounder to second. Diving play at second by Vargas. He'll throw to Baker. 3 up, 3 down. Kelly's probably going to go with 6th. Visit the stadiums. So the draft is outside the stadiums. I'm not sure I'll be allowed inside. But, yeah, I mean, the draft is taking place in the parking lot in between PNC and Acrisure. LA 28. I think it's going to be Denver or Buffalo. Basayo off the first time today. And we go top 6. Cincinnati, that could do a really good job. Well, that was basically a hotel during storms, so they have experience. That is true. Yeah, I mean, the Twins are good this year, oddly enough. The Twins are actually decent. I don't know how. Yeah, so I'm going to try to visit the stadiums. PNC, too bad like the Pirates don't play. Otherwise, we would have gone to a game, but we'll see the outside of the stadiums. I'm sure inside Acrisure, you can step inside Acrisure. I'm sure they'll have like the tunnels open and the gates open. Radio City, too small. Next time a major part of the nominating convention, way too small. Only holds, 6,000 people? Way too small. Those are in arenas at this point. Radio City is way too small. Logistically, they could not pull it off. An event that big, they couldn't pull it off. I mean, LA would be convenient for me as a draft. Denver and Buffalo the next effort at DC. That's my prediction. That's my prediction as well. Denver, Buffalo get the next 2 after DC. Atlanta draft Luton Usher. Oh, that'd be great. And DJ Khaled, just because. Baker, 0-2 count. Let DJ Cal do Super Bowl? Yes, please. Please, God, yes. 0-2 to Baker. Swing and a miss. Garcia's been money this season. He gets the strikeout there. Baker 1 for 3. In comes McCann in the 7th spot. He got things started in the 5th with that base hit up the middle. They sent 8 to the plate. Austin gets pro sports teams. I don't think Texas is blocking that. I think the Cowboys are blocking that. I think Dallas would block it. Dallas owners would block it. Yeah, 4-3, bottom 3 on that one. Yep. Slider misses in the dirt. 1-0 the count. What attracts me to Denver? The stadiums. I want to see Coors Field. There's some people in the chat that live in Denver. My sister went to Denver for a conference one time. It was a beautiful city. The mountains, the view of the mountains at least. Down the middle, 1-1. Yeah, Cal, the video of all videos. Yes, please. Eating for supper night? Pizza. Eating a pillar. Yeah, we'll see if they hold the lead. It's early. 1-1 to McCann. Fouls it off down the right field line, 1-2. King Garcia has been phenomenal out of the pen this year. Not allowed a hit in 8 1/3 innings of work. They get him in the game by the 5th inning and the 6th inning. Outside 1-2. Right, Perta's in Denver as well. Yep, 2-2. Maybe he's been money this year out of the pen. But to get him in the 6th versus later, you got maybe the best pitcher in the Orioles pen out this early. I'm right, let's go. It's not allowing a lot of hard contact. This guy's been great this year. The greatest resource in Denver, yep. In comes Tabo. He's over 2-2 strikeouts. Stream froze. Refresh. I didn't get any bars on my end. Yo, Jacksonville, yeah, by landmass, they're bigger than a lot of cities. By landmass, Jacksonville is way bigger than a lot of cities. Yeah, I didn't get any, we got to disconnect earlier, but I'm okay now. You bowling Cheyenne not too far away? I didn't realize Cheyenne was that close, because Cheyenne's in a different state. But Boulder, obviously, not far away. 1-0, Tawa into center field. It's a lazy fly out, and Tawa's struggles continue. He is 3 for 31 on the season. Tavares makes the grab. 3 up, 3 down. Garcia does his job out of the pen. We'll see if he's asked to go another inning. Garcia's gotten 4 outs. First 3-2. Huh, that's odd. Refresh then. Refresh. That's odd. We go bottom 6. Jacksonville feel like a big C? No, it does not. Not even close. Jacksonville is so spread out. So much encompasses Jacksonville. It's almost like Phoenix. Like, if you count, imagine if Scottsdale, Glendale, Tempe, Phoenix all counted as Phoenix. Jacksonville is very much like that, where everything counts as Jacksonville. Like, downtown Jacksonville does not feel like the downtown of a major city. Like, you go downtown Jacksonville, and you're like, how is there an NFL team playing a mile away? Like, you go in downtown, I remember, not anymore, but back when the Landing was still there. You go, and there's, 2 stores open, one of them being an apple a day, which was just a little food stand. There's a Hooters. There's a Mavericks. There's a sports store. There's a food stand, and there's a pizza place upstairs in the Landing. It's like, how does this... And this is the major place downtown. Right on the water. This is the downtown area. Wait, how is this city hosting an NFL team? It very much does not feel like a big city. Yeah, I hope so too, Sports Dog. Yeah. Can't be hard to find one better. Honestly, with how many qualified women there are, it cannot be hard to find one better than Bruce Sidney. About 5 minutes, fingers crossed. You're very arbitrarily to find, yes. Flag or Khan? I would go Khan. I think Flag will be the better player, but I think Khan had the better rookie season. He asked me who I'm taking long term. I'm taking Flag. But for better rookie season, I'm going to take Khan. Hornets up by 5, meanwhile. The rain is weakened. That's good, at least. Yeah, I'm going to say fiction on that one, Jackson. 500 mock draft? Is this like their joke mock draft? Is this the actual one or the joke one? Because I know Clickbait does a joke one. Where like they have like Pavia going 3rd overall or something. Kelly out there for a 6th inning of work. Didn't think he'd get that far after what happened in the 3rd inning. We'll go 5, 6, 7 starting with Beavers. He's 0 for 2 today. But cannot be. There are so many qualified people out there. Sports talk that it will not be hard to find someone better than Rusini for the job. 1-1. Curveball down the middle for a called strike. Oh, yeah, by far the best fan group name yet. They're driving hours south to hike. Well, I'm not a hiking person. That'd be crazy. Chandler, Arizona, let's go. Yeah, Chandler's another one of those. Probably get drafted. I would not draft him. No, I don't think he will. His relative athletic score is not good. He doesn't have great speed. His hands are small. I think they're smaller than Kenny Pickett's hands, if I'm not mistaken. He has bad attitude, bad height. No chance. Anyone that drafts him is out of their minds. 3-1 the count. Change up Mrs. Lowen outside. I will put it this way, though. I'll know if he gets drafted. Because remember, like, sure, with the cameras and everything last year? If Pavia's about to get drafted, you'll know at the draft. You'll see the cameras. You'll see 20,000 people surrounding the stage. You'll know. If you go to the draft, day 3, and there's, like, 1 camera on stage, it's probably, like, some offensive lineman, defensive lineman, some rando that the average fan would not have heard of, necessarily. If there's a bunch of cameras, something went down. 3-2, change up misses down low, and Kelly walks another batter. Leadoff man on board. Time went at the plate. Things fell apart for the D-backs around this time last game. Pavia, the Vanderbilt quarterback. Oh, that's good, JP. So north of you, that's good. Bad for the people up there, but good for you. And he runs fast, yep. Oh, the sand dunes, yeah. I've seen the sand dunes. I've seen people take pictures of the sand dunes. Those look insane. Tavares, first pitch. Into left field and making the play. Good jump there by Tawa. Get into that ball. For the first down. Hard hit ball. Yeah, under a free agent. I mean, it could be a locker room cancer, but it would be tough. Worst thing in my life is I was unprepared. Yeah, I would for a hike. I'd just bring a lot of water. And again, it probably just shows you what happened flip-flops. Be like, I can do this. And Torrey's coming out. Now remember, Ryan Nelson last game allowed the leadoff man on, got the next out, and then pulled Nelson, went to the pen, and everything went haywire. Here, leadoff man on, after 5 1/3, gets the out, pulls the man, goes to the pen. Taylor Clark, a lot different though than Rashi. Rashi's not necessarily the best pitcher, got optioned back down to Reno. But Taylor Clark has been very good out of the pen this year for the D-backs. Yeah, I mean, it says incline in the name. How long until the lead gets blown? Not with Clark, but Seawald, all bets are off. I don't think it will get blown here. After Clark comes out, look, I think Clark, if he goes this 7th and then you get Murillo in the 8th, I'm okay with it. My concern is Seawald in the 9th. It's funny because he's perfect in save opportunities, but he is like, that's one of those where the stats lie. Buxton homer? Oh, let's go. 3-3 in the Cubs game, by the way. Taylor Clark's been great for the D-backs. First game of the season against the Dodgers, he went 1/3 of an inning. Allowed 4 runs on 3 hits. It was terrible. After that, money. Since that opening game, he's played 7 games. He's gone 7 1/3. Has allowed just 4 hits, no walks, and 5 strikeouts. He'll have Cowser due up here. The thunderstorms, yeah. You don't know if the power's going out. That's the thing. Are people stressed about? So yeah, that makes sense then. I mean, just like hiking in sand. I can't imagine. If them surprise me. Oh, places that bids. Minnesota, Cincinnati, Buffalo, Denver, Charlotte, Indy. Nope, none of them surprise me. Charlotte would be great. I would love to go. Charlotte draft is my dream. Not counting Phoenix and Jacksonville, Charlotte's my dream. That could be an excuse to say North Carolina for a while. That'd be fun. A Charlotte draft. Charlotte would crush it. Charlotte would crush the draft. I would love that. Indy would be a fun spot, too. That's another city I haven't been to, but I want to go at some point. But Charlotte would crush it. Oh, my goodness. Charlotte would crush the draft. But most cities put in bids at this point for the draft. Most cities will do it. So Cows are coming up. Runner on first is Beavers. First pitch, changeup misses low and inside 1-0. If it was a summer, yeah, well, hiking a summer. There's like a story every day of an airlift rescue in Arizona. You went on the sands? Yeah. Yeah, in the wintertime, that'd probably be fun, walking on the sand, like, not 100-degree ground. On the beach one time, my kid's wagon? Ooh, yeah, dragging wheels on. Yeah, that's probably impossible to wheel that thing. Tying the Hornets game, 39 all. Well, Charlotte feels like a big city. Charlotte's one of those that does feel like a big city. They really improved the area a lot. They built a lot downtown. 1-0, runner goes. He's out. What a throw by McCann. What a throw. They catch him stealing. That's 2 outs today by the D-backs. They force on the base paths. What a throw by McCann. Right on line to Perdomo, who applies the tag. Base is empty. 2-0 count. They caught Beavers there. Beavers trying to get a second stolen base of the year. He's denied. Oh, going down them? Yeah, probably up is the hard part, but going down, man. So 2-0. Base is empty. Clark. The pitch. Chop foul down the first base line. 2-1. Because it was a quick out, again, I think Clark can go 7. I think Clark can go into the 7th. That would be my thing. I'd have Clark go in the 7th, Murillo go the 8th. But, I mean, personally, I make Murillo the closer. But obviously, it's going to be Sewell as the closer. 2-1. Cowser. Grounder to second. Nice scoop by Vargas. Throws it across his body to Baker. Hard hit ball to second, but Vargas makes the play. What a game he's having offensively and defensively. Hit the 3-run shot and makes a nice play at second. Throws it to first for Baker. 4-2 your score. And Clark did not throw a lot that inning. Thanks to the out on the base paths. Which means, again, he has gone double-digit pitches in every outing of the season. I let him go with 7th. I'd let him go into the 7th. Have Murillo go the 8th. And I guess, I mean, they're going to have Sewell go the 9th. But that's big. Jackson with the bases empty because he's been killing the D-backs this series. He's got 2 hits today. You got to face him with the bases empty. Which is really, really good. We go top 7 here. And after this, we'll do the Mariners game. I appreciate all you guys tuning in. Then we'll do the ChatGPTs in overtime after that game is done, which I'm sure will be nuts today. I'm sure that will be absolutely nuts today. Again, $10 more, get some of the LED board behind me. If you like what we see, that like button, subscribe. Go to Prize Picks. Use my code HMA. $5, get 50 instantly. Especially because, I mean, Jackson is way better against lefties this year than righties. So you leave the righty out there. I leave him out there. I would leave Clark out there. Okay, there's a fly that's just going crazy in here. It needs to leave like an actual fly. Hijacked server for Albanian soccer? Cannot. No. There's certain things that cannot be hijacked. Hundo-jacked. There's certain things. Football is one of them. Also, I don't even do the Super Bowl, but yeah. There are guidelines. Like I think Rob tried to hundo-jack a college hockey game one time, and it was during the Peach Bowl. Or no, Fiesta Bowl. So I was like, okay, we'll do or Peach Bowl. So I was like, okay, we'll do a different game. So there are some limits on hundo-jack. Like, not just gonna be like, okay, like, you can hundo-jack this for, like, tomorrow. If you want to do a game tomorrow, I'll be like, well, I'm seeing Bruno Mars. I can't do that. Or, like, a random AAA baseball game during the NFL draft. It's like, I can't really do that. Wolf from the new pitcher for the Orioles. First pitch, Burrow's going to try to bunt his way on. 1 pitch, 1 out. Burrow's actually slowed down, but that was a lazy throw. There was the lead. Wow. It can't be worse than yesterday, though. McCarthy about to waste a runner in score position. That's his specialty. You know, that was what he did a lot in Arizona. So, you get the full Jake McCarthy experience. Barroso tried to bunt his way on. 1 pitch, 1 out. He actually scores one? Oh, wow. First pitch on the sinker in their first strike, 0-1. Wolfram, last time out against the Giants, 1 inning, no hits allowed. Wolfram has allowed no runs in 5 of his 6 appearances this season. This month, 4 appearances, just 2 hits in 4 innings. Yes, you can, Mystic. Yes, you can. 1-1 the count on the curve, misses low and inside. Do a live stream of the Bruno Mars concert. My phone battery would die. The Wi-Fi is not great in this game, despite what Bidwell says. Also, I get copyright claim to oblivion. 1-1 Vargas. Ooh, he's throwing out his shoes on that curveball inside. 1-2. And talk about stepping up today. Vargas, a guy who's been great this season, but was supposed to bat 5th today. Got thrust to the leadoff spot because of the Marte back tightness. And he just answered the call. Driving at the Masters, nice. Not nice there as Vargas strikes down the curve inside. 2 up, 2 down for Wolfram out of the pen. The D-backs have had no success this series against Baltimore's bullpen. Corbin Carroll, 1 for 7 this series, 0 for 3 today. First pitch slider inside, 1-0. Hey, Bruno, I'm going to just enjoy that concert. I'll have my phone out for like 2 seconds, and then I'm going to like just enjoy the moment with that one. So that's going to be fun. 1-0, Carroll, way upstairs on the slider, 2-0. Apocalypse has started, all right. Hopefully you don't lose power. 41 all meanwhile in the Heat game. Oh, yeah, no, I'm not. Yeah, I'm not. Of course I'm not streaming the concert. Of course I'm not. There's no chance of streaming the concert. I get the photo for the gram, and that's it. 2-0, Carroll, upstairs 3-0. Especially because they're getting, like, there's so many videos on already. You're going to get the photo for Instagram, and that is it. Nuggets T-Wolves is the best matchup. Yep, for me too. 3-0, Carroll ahead in the count. He's dangerous on the base pass if he gets on. 3-0, lays off the sinker. Red light was on, 3-1. Yeah, I'll take pics or small clips, yeah. I'll get, like, the chorus of, like, 1 or 2 songs. That's it. Oh, yeah, you're good on that one, Jason, yep. 3-1, Carroll. Down the middle. Full count. Is not taking the bat off his shoulder this at-bat. It's laid off back-to-back sinkers in the zone. Full count. The pitch by the lefty. Swing and a miss. Carroll 0 for 4 today. From 3-0. 3 straight strikes by Wolfram. 1, 2, 3. Go the D-backs. Can't get any more insurance with this 2-run lead. We will go bottom 7. But before we do that, you know what time it is. You guys know what time it is. It is time to go out to the ball game. Here we go. When in Rome, do as the Romans do, and figure, you know what, 7th inning? Well, you gotta go with John Denver, think I'm a country boy. Clark back out there for another inning of work. Again, I'm not surprised by that. Pitched 2/3 of the 6th. Didn't allow anything. 0-1 the count. As we're back underway here in Baltimore. Jackson 2 for 2 today. Set an okay series so far. Nothing special. 0-2 the count as he swings and misses on the slider outside. This series, he's just 5 for 6 with 2 home runs and 5 RBI. Nothing crazy. He's behind the count 0-2. The former second-round pick by the Angels. Grounder to short. Weak roller, and they'll finally get Jackson out today. A rarity for Jackson to be out. This series, it's a 6-3 out for the first. By stepping on the batter's foot, I've never seen that. I've only seen it with the glove. I've never seen it with the foot. So that's out number 1. And in steps the former D-back, Blaze Alexander. 0 for 1 with a sac bunt today. And Alexander, not a great start to the season for him. He'll chop that one to third. Easy play for Arenado. It should be, at least. His defense has been a bit shaky, but not there. And Blaze's struggles with the O's continue. He is now just 2 for his last 22. His OPS this season hovering around the 400s mark. 2 up, 2 down. In comes Henderson. And honestly, right now, Clark's had 10 pitches. I do wonder if he at least starts the 8th. He's had 8 pitches. I do wonder if he does at least start the 8th. He's gotten 4 outs on 8 pitches. There's a guy that's gone 18 at points this season. First pitch upstairs, 1-0. Well, if you get him out on this pitch, if he's at 12, let's say, going into the 8th, I might let him go another one. And Mario go the 9th. But again, they're going to let Seawold go the 9th. I know it's not going to happen. 1-0. Henderson 0 for 3 in the leadoff spot today. That one misses outside on the changeup 2-0. Yes, sir. I think Clark's done it for this inning now. So that hypothetical was fun for a little bit. It buys some instant cracker decks. We've never come back. Nope. 2-0. Clark delivers Henderson. Sinker misses low. 3-0. And Clark's been very good with control this season. He has not walked a single batter all year. 9 innings of work. No walks. But he's fallen behind 3-0 to Henderson. That one's down the middle. Red light was on. Otherwise, you swing at that fastball. 3-0 down the middle. 4-3 raise. All right. The challenge worked. So resign? Were they ripping all the content? No. No, that's not John Boy. That wasn't John Boy that resigned. That was the reporter with the, that's fouled off down the third base line. That was the reporter that was in an affair with Mike Vrabel. That was the New York Times reporter. 3-2 the count. So from 3-0, it's worked full to 3-2. Clark fouls it off. Henderson fouls off Clark on the changeup in the zone. Very direct approach here. The last 3 pitches very much in the zone, no doubt about it. Do they try to get Henderson a chaser, or does he go with that straight-up attack approach? That's the last 3 pitches. This one right in the zone. Goodbye. Got him on the changeup from 3-0. Clark battles back. We saw earlier in the inning, Carroll was ahead in the count 3-0, and then he struck out. And at the bottom of the 7th, the same thing happens. With Henderson, he's 0 for 4 today in the leadoff spot. So Clark, 1 2/3, his longest outing of the season. He has not allowed a run since opening day. Clark's last 9 innings, 4 hits, no walks, and 5 strikeouts. Or 6 strikeouts, I should say. We go top 8. The Orioles came back down 7-1 last game. D-backs looking to come back here. If you like what you see, the like button, subscribe, helps out on the channel. You figure Maria was going the 8th. I'm just gonna assume Maria was going the 8th. I don't think it'd be Thompson. I think it would be Murillo for this one. At least I would do Murillo. I'm gonna put Murillo in and just do that. Yep, Heat up by 2 at the half. Close one. If you like what you see, that like button, subscribe, helps the channel. That tells you to try to grow this community even more. Down to the pen for both these teams. First pitch upstairs. Wolfram out there for another inning of work. He went 1, 2, 3 in the 7th. And what's first in my straight? Oof. Part of the order, Perdomo, 3 for 3 today. He was 3 for 35 this month before today. 1-1. You know, Mullins going to struggle with bats a little bit as of late. And the Braves line's too deep. Cubs up 7-3, by the way. 1-1 the count. Perdomo, 3 hits today. The combined distance on those hits, 22 feet. You heard that right. I don't know what the record is for shortest distance on 3 hits. What's the record? There has to be someone keeping track of that one. The record for shortest distance in a 3-hit game. His 3 hits have gone 22 feet. 2-1, Perdomo. That one's sinker, called the strike 2-2. Like, what is the record on that? Because none of them left the infield. Or even come close to leaving the infield. 2-2. Perdomo calls time. We'll see how long Wolfram goes. He went 24 pitches earlier this year. That's his max this year. 2-2, Perdomo, swing and a miss. Out for the first time today. Strikeout on the sinker. 4 up, 4 down for Wolfram out of the pen. Yeah, leaving bases loaded sucks, but it's good that you get him loaded. Jose Fernandez had the RBI double to deep center field last time. That gave the D-backs some insurance. And now Wolfram's done. He does his job out of the pen, gets 4 outs. And now Cano is going to come in for the Orioles. He'll give it over to Yennier Cano, the 32-year-old Cuban who last time out against the Giants back on April 11th, 1/3 of an inning. Be a good nickname. Tunks, yeah. If Bam Adebayo, though, left the game for the Heat, so we'll see what happens there. I didn't know it was called W. I didn't realize that's why it's called W. Cano is not allowed to hit this month. Four appearances this month. No hits, 3 strikeouts. No base runners allowed either. Anytime what happens with the Twins, I just think it'll happen again next game, even later this game. So Cano, the new pitcher, he's allowed a hit in just 2 of his 7 outings this year, a run in just 5 of his 7 outings on the season. He'll be tasked to go the 8th and get these 2 outs. He has not gone more than an inning all season, so he's going to go the 8th and someone else is going to go the 9th. And after this is done, we will do the Mariners-Padres game. That starts in an hour. I'll deal with Fernandez here. He was 2 for 3. Fernandez and Arenado are due up. They're both righties. Cano this season, average against righties, 0.83. He's faced 12 righties, 1 for 12 are the righties against him. Slider 0-1. Unfortunately, no, it's not about the Premier League. Boo. It's a good matchup here for Cano with him and Arenado. So you do wonder if they're going to pinch hit for Arenado, who's 0 for 3 today. 0-2 the count on the splitter. Probably they're kind of limited because, obviously, he plays third, and I don't know who would play third at that point. You move Fernandez to third at DH. Move him over to third, and we'll see. I think if Fernandez gets on, you have to do it. Fernandez gets on, you make a double switch. 0-2. Fernandez lays off the slider, 1-2. With Arenado's struggles today, you want to get a lefty bat on Cano. So he's not been great against lefties, but against righties, he's been great. 1 for 12. If Fernandez gets on board, I'm taking out Arenado doing a double switch. Fernandez chops it foul. You move Fernandez from DH to third. You bring in a lefty bat. That's what I would do. If Fernandez gets on. If not, I'm not making a change with bases empty, 2 out. I'm not doing that. But he's not going to get on. He will not get on board there. Fernandez looks at the slider. That's out number 2. And the only lefty bat you would even have is Marte's out. Santana's on the IL. Smith is on the IL. Lawler's on the IL. The only bat you have off the bench is Del Castillo at this point. So they'll leave Arenado out there, which I have no problem with. Otherwise, I would say move Fernandez to third. Del Castillo plays DH, but with bases empty, and you're already pretty thin with bats because of the Marte scratch with the tightness issue, I go with that. Tigers up 2-1. 0-1. Slider misses low. 1-1. Both teams 1 ABS challenge left. Murillo is warming up in the pen for the D-backs. No surprise, just like I said. Leon only had 27 hits. They drew 18 walks. Wow. That game must have taken 6 hours. That's part about college baseball that can suck, is that some of these pitchers cannot find the zone, and the games take forever. Yeah, why is the element of the periodic table? I think it's every element of the periodic table. Well, I didn't know that's how it got. That's how it originated, Alex. I'm not sure. I didn't know that. 2-1. Arenado to short, scooped up by Henderson. He'll make the throw across. 6-3. Cano does his job once again. He's been great against righties this year. Faces 2 righties back to back. Gets them both out. O's pen has done its job. I don't think the O's pen's allowed a base runner today. I don't think they've allowed a base runner today. We go bottom 8. Murillo coming in. Who do you trust the most in the D-backs pen this year? For me, it's not even close. It's Juan Murillo. Part of it's his fastball. It's been incredible. His last 6 outings, a 4-hour sprint, that's not terrible. That's better than I thought. For a game with that many walks, I guess it only went 7 innings, but that's not terrible. Murillo, his last 6 games, 5 2/3. He has walked none, allowed 1 hit, 6 strikeouts. Juan Murillo throws a fastball like the best of them. It's funny because Paul Sewald's the closer. His fastball is like low 90s. Murillo's fastball, really fast. But it's the fast and fastball. Coming out around 98.6 miles an hour. That's 96th percentile. He's touched 100 and 101 a lot. Even 102 he can touch. That's why I'm saying when Justin Martinez comes back, Murillo is a setup man throwing 100, and then Jay Morton's a setup as a closer throwing 100. The heat lead of the half, yep. Never seen a college baseball game last more than 5 or 6 hours, not including rain delays. High Point Liberty lasted like 4 hours, 40 minutes when I called that game. That was like 2017. That was like a 4-hour, 40-minute game. That one took a while. Murillo, expected batting average of 164. That's 93rd percentile. Expected ERA in the 89th percentile. He has been money on the pen. Middlesbrough's new logo next. New logo. Let me just double check. Discount Aston Villa. I think discount Chelsea. I think it's actually a discount Chelsea. Ward up to bat, 2-3-4, and fastball on the outside, or slider on the outside corner for strike 0-1. I wonder who found that out, Hot Wax. You wonder with that, like every part of tomato plant besides the fruit is poisonous. Like who found that out? Who was the first one to take the chance and be like, yeah, I know every other part of this plant has killed me and made me sick, but let's take this chance. 1-1. Slider in there for a called strike. 1-2. Yeah, well, yeah, so all the line looks the same. Yep, you're right on that one. 1-2. Ward. Fly ball right field. Easy play out there in right for Corbin. In front of the track for the first out. In comes Pete Alonso. Thorn in the D-backs side for the past few years. Thorn in their side yesterday. Yeah, I doubt it was Thomas Jefferson. I doubt it was Jefferson on that. He can't do everything. First pitch down the middle on the fastball for a called strike. 0-1. Fastball again down the middle, 0-2. Alonso will usually hit those pitches, but he's laid off 2 fastballs back-to-back. Base for buck. 0-2. Alonso lays off the fastball upstairs. Right, he did kind of do everything. That is true. He did kind of do everything. I'll leave a link, too, for the next stream. That starts. Alonso fouled off. We stay alive at 1-2. We got 2 streams on the docket today. One, two, slider in the dirt. 2-2. Yeah, they have not hit the ball well lately. You missed a Brooksley homer? Yeah, Bruley's been good this year. 2-2. Alonso works it back to an even count. Alonso, after falling behind in the count 0-2 this year, only getting on board 15% of the time. But he works it even. Murillo delivers slider. Challenge. It was called outside. It was close. Closer than the last one, at least. Is McCann going to get this call? He will not get the call. It misses. They're out of ABS challenges. Back to a full count. Missed by less than an inch. D-backs are out of challenges. McCann 0 for 2 today. It's a full count. Could happen, JP. 3-2. That one's strike 3. And Alonso's going to challenge that one. Hang on a second. Alonso will challenge that slider. He thought that was low and was ball 4. Orioles have 1 challenge left. And Alonso will get the call. It was ball 4. It was down low. Missed the zone by about 0.5. That makes sense, right, Swad? So that would make sense. I see it. I won't be watching because I'll be at the Bruno Mars concert, but if I see the highlights and see that. So, Alonso gets on board with the walk for being ahead in the count 0-2. Or Murillo then loses him completely. And now he throws a ball on the changeup with the time run to play 1-0. That's the first walk for Murillo this month. First one his last 6 appearances. 1-0. Murillo misses on the fastball 2-0. And now 6 of his last 7 pitches have been balls. Now it's getting a bit dicey. Larnack, wow. They're just putting BT on the Red Sox. They may not even get there. No, they might not. Probably won't. 2-0. Chopper base hit. The shift was on. The shift was on. It was an easy chopper for Arenado if there was no shift. But a base hit into left. Tying run is now on board. Just the second hit allowed by Murillo this month. Basayo. It's been good today. Had the homer to lead off the second. You wonder if Thompson's going to be warming up for the D-backs. With Sewell going in the ninth. If it gets there. Obviously, that's a big if at this point if it gets there, because only one out. The Orioles have 2 on. The go-ahead runs at the plate. Beavers 0 for 2 today. First pitch. Misses on the fastball. 1-0. It's a rare rough outing for Murillo. It's by far the guy in the pen that the D-backs trust the most. And a jam here. 1-0 to Beavers. Righty on lefty. Beavers, that's a called strike. On the bottom outside part of the zone, 1-1. Needed to have that pitch, got that pitch. Couldn't afford to fall behind 2-0. It makes sense for our family Lakers fans. Makes sense. 1-1. Beavers. That's a called strike. Beavers is going to challenge, but he's going to lose this one. On the inside part of the zone. That was a good pitch. Wasn't where McCann wanted it, so the framing wasn't the best, but that is pretty much entirely in the zone. They win a challenge earlier on the Alonso walk, but they will not win that one. And now, no challenges remaining for either side. Heat are now up by 3. 61-58. 1-2 by Murillo. Beavers. Line order, second. Perdomo drops the ball. 6-4. Oh, they won't get the out, but now, okay. They won't get the out at first. Perdomo dropped it on the transfer. Oh, that was a chance at a 6-4-3. They'll get 1 out. Runner will advance to third. Perdomo dropped it on the transfer. It was a blooper. He dropped it while trying to throw the ball to Vargas at second. It's a play he makes more often than not. I mean, it's a routine play. Should have been an easy 6-4-3. Instead, it'll just be 6-4. Alonso goes to third. Beavers gets on board with a fielder's choice. That was the double play to get out of the inning. And a botched ball by Perdomo will only give him 1. So it's a Vargas up. He's 0 for 2 today. First pitch outside, 1-0. Murillo on 20 pitches now. Third time the series gone 20 plus. 1-0. That one, changeup misses. 2-0 down low. And we're from the 5. Appreciate you a ton on that one. I'm going to go with Luzardo. I think that one. You have the same amount of RBI as Lindor. Yep, feeble Lindor. Yep, you're not wrong there. Lindor's been sucking us of late. Defensively, offensively, he's just done nothing. Want Pete Alonso? It makes sense. Tavares, straight to miss. Alonso's at third right now. Alonso was at third. Changeup, straight to miss 2-1 on the bottom part of the zone. Reds win 2-1. That's your final. And the Tigers win 2-1. That's your final over there. You know, Lorenzen is just, oof. 2-1. Chopper fouled on the third base line, 2-2. You mean Shota? It's going to be close, but I think so, yeah. I'll take the Cubs. They worship the NBA Cup because the Lakers won it? Why do they like the cup? It misses the whole point of what makes it special in soccer. Yeah, Mendy's on the hot seat. Mendoza's on the hot seat at this point. I mean, the bats were lethargic last night. Just one over the minimum. 2-2. Tavares calls time. Right, sure to makes it a tough call, yeah. Can Murillo get out of this jam? He's allowed a hit and a walk. 2-2. Murillo. That's a base hit. Over the head of Perdomo at short. One will score. Runners on first and second. Go ahead, runners on board. Feels fitting it was over the head of Perdomo, seeing as he booted the ball on what would have been an easy double play. It's a good pitch, too. It was outside the zone. It's a good pitch by Murillo. It was out of the zone. Do they leave Murillo out there? He's allowed 2 hits. Allowing just 3 hits all season. Just the second time this year he's allowed a run. He'll deal with Kauser, who's 1 for 3 today. The Orioles cut the deficit in half. Tavares had an RBI yesterday. He's got an RBI tonight. He's on first. First pitch jammed inside. Doesn't hit him. 1-0. And again, you just have to wonder. Perdomo booting that ball at short. Would have been 6-4-3. Thompson's in the pen. Not surprised by that. Murillo, that was a base runner here. You figure Thompson's going to try and come in and get out of this jam. The 1-0. Kauser, it's upstairs. 2-0 on the fastball. His fastball normally good. Cannot find the zone right now. He's thrown 12 balls and 13 strikes. It's about a 1-to-1 ratio. Murillo. That's in the zone for a cold strike. 2-1. Oh, it's not over yet. No, not even close on that one. Johnster. There's still time left. It's something good, but it's, for you guys at least, it's something good, but it's not over. 2-1. The pitch by Murillo. In the dirt on the changeup, 3-1. The D-backs bullpen blew yesterday's game. Well, they do it twice in a row. 3-1, Murillo behind in the count. And Jackson's on deck, who's been a menace this series, including a grand slam last time. And that one misses high. Yeah, Murillo doesn't have it today. Take him out. Next VIVO game is Thursday. Yep, you get Murillo out. Jackson coming up. Hit a grand slam yesterday. They're going to bring in Thompson. And this is not good. One of the few dud outings Murillo's had all season. Really just a second dud outing. And Ryan Thompson coming on with the bases loaded to face a guy with a grand slam yesterday. Jeremiah Jackson. He's got 5 hits this series. No, we're doing the Mariners game after this, Tracy. Go D-backs. We'll see on that one, Nathaniel. I'm rooting for him, obviously, as a D-backs season ticket holder, but not looking good right now. Not looking good. Murillo kind of got into a bit of a mess. In comes Ryan Thompson. He's allowed just 2 hits in 6 1/3 this year. Ever since that outing against the Tigers where he had a couple of balks and walked a few batters as well. Ever since that, he's been pretty good. Last 4 outings for Thompson, he's not allowed a hit or a base runner. What can a 33-year-old do with the bases loaded? We know what Jackson can do. We saw that yesterday. He got one by Rashi. D-backs bullpen, the last 2 weeks, it's been very sharp, honestly. It's been very sharp, about a .9 ERA. Obviously, yesterday blew a 7-1 lead. And now up 4-2 going into the 8th. In serious danger of blowing this. Jackson, 2 home runs yesterday, including the grand slam. The D-backs have not gone into the Orioles' pen this series. I don't think they have a base runner against their pen this series. The Orioles have gone into the D-backs' pen. And we're on salami watch. As the Heat up by 2, with 7 to go in the 3rd. Here we go. Cows are on first. After the walk. Go ahead, run in scoring position. First pitch. Jackson, weak chopper. Could be a tough play. Thompson gets it. It was a weak chopper back to Thompson. Always a tough play on the 1-3 out on a weak chopper like that. He had the underhand toss at home if he wanted. Decides to go to first. And Thompson, 1 pitch, 1 out. They get out of the jam. We go top 9. I'd leave Thompson in there. I would not put Sewald in. I would let Thompson go 4 out save. I would do it. Like, I just don't trust Sewald. Even though he has... Like, proper basketball fans. Yep, amen to that. Yeah, the day modern basketball died. Yep, the day silver ruined the NBA officially. How's it going, RFK? I was upside down 6-7. Yep. All right. Now it's time for my strategy. My I do not trust the D-backs at all strategy with their bullpen. Time to put $20 down on the D-backs to lose. And hope I lose $20. I am terrified if it is time for Paul Sewald to pitch. I am terrified if that's the case. D-backs about that any left relievers? Mystery to me. Complete and utter mystery. I have no clue. No clue. But we're doing all right. Honestly, like yesterday we sucked. But the D-backs bullpen's been very good this year. The numbers are a bit misleading because you have to take out Ross, who is DFA'd and was in like the first percentile and everything last year and is now not on the team. And take out McCann because he allowed 5 runs as a position player. So if you take those guys out, the bullpen's actually not been bad. Cano's staying out there. He'll deal with Baker, who's 1 for 3 today. First pitch misses, 1-0. Okay, start the game over. Yes, I can. Yeah, make up a chance to get something worth their while. Not just money. Baker, slider, inside. Corner, got the call, 1-1. Neither team with any ABS challenges left. Cash out, they're giving you a profit. Yep, I would. They're giving you a profit, I'm cashing out. Paul Sewald has been terrible this year. Slider 1-2. See, he chops a foul. He's gone in every save. He's like 5 for 5 on saves, but it's not pretty. It's most definitely, he should be a lot worse than he is. Like numbers wise. I would cash. 1-2, 2-2 now. And Cano staying out there for the moment. They did have 2 guys warming up in the pen in the bottom of the 8th. But I let Thompson go from the D-backs. Let me go the 9th. 2-2. Baker straight to miss on the splitter. Baker got the start today. A late start after Marte got scratched with back tightness. Had a double, but Strikes out there. We go to McCann. Be a backups tournament. They might give her the money. How are you going to enforce that? Because it still counts for regular season games. That's the crazy part. Paramount to growing the game? In what capacity? How does it grow the game? Yep, new pitcher in. So Cano is done. The new pitcher in for the O's, Nick Raquet. He's played one game this season, allowed 2 hits, 3 runs, and 1 inning of work against the Giants. Former third-round pick by the Nationals about a decade ago, with the Cardinals last season. So Raquet is the new pitcher. And I'll deal with McCann. He'll face back-to-back righties here. With Tawa in the 8th spot, McCann the 7. He'll be tasked with getting the final 2 outs of this inning. If you like what you see on the like button, subscribe to this episode. Tell the channel to try to grow the community even more. Appreciate all you guys being here as always for this. Lorenzen, I don't even know why he's on a Major League roster at this point. Raquet started the year off with the Cardinals. Got traded to the O's about a week ago. 1-0 the count. McCann 1 for 3 today. Yeah, Baker Sev has done a phenomenal job, yeah. This turnaround alone, yep. 2-0. He's a good coach. Baker Sev is a really good coach. Explain the game becoming law terms for clearly basketball challenge parents. 2-0. McCann, cutter, way outside, 3-0. Explain the cup. Oh, man. Imagine if... Oh, man. I don't even know, like, in law terms. 3-0. McCann lays off the sinker. Oh, that's not a strike. No, that's a makeup. That's a crap call. Maybe nobody has challenges. That was high on the sinker. McCann should have taken his base. Instead, that is high. 3-1. Well, that's a strike on the sweeper. That's in the zone. 3-2. In law terms, how to explain the NBA Cup? Imagine lawyers not showing up to court. So they create a system where the lawyer who shows up to court the most ends up getting paid money on top of what they're already making. 3-2, McCann fouls it off. We stay alive. No, it's still, yeah, the cup is not doing anything. Imagine lawyers making tons of money, but complaining about how they had to show up to work. They stopped showing up to work. So then they create a system that you get money for showing up to work. McCann, that's a ball don't lie moment. Base hit. McCann gets on board with a 1-out knock to shallow center field. His second hit of the game. That's a ball don't lie moment. He should have got on board earlier with the walk. You know, it's 4-3 in the Marlins game. Braves runner on second. Yanks down 7-0 now. Tim Tawa, 0 for 3 today. His average is below 100. If you're wondering, that is not good. Sinker misses outside, 1-0. That one way outside on the sweeper, 2-0. You bring him in to deal with the righties. He's really a two-pitch guy against righties. It's either a sweeper or a slider. Nothing else. What is Matthew going to come out of the bullpen with no explanation or reason? No, would not put it past. If Bill Veeck was still owning a team, wouldn't put it past him. Honestly, the Bananas. It might happen with the Bananas. With the Indianapolis Clowns, you know, I could see it. With the Indianapolis Clowns, I could 100% see it. Because they do play games in Indy. When the Clowns have a game in Indy, I could definitely see it. 2-1 the count. Cold strike there. In the bottom part of the zone for Tawa. 79-78 in the playing game, by the way. LaMelo up to 26. 2-1, Tawa. Lays off the sinker. He wanted to swing, but he pulls back just in time. 3-1. The Yankees not looking good tonight. Inning finally ends for the Rocks. Yeah, this is the Rockies I expected. 3-1. Can Tawa get on board here? Well, that was a slider outside the zone. A smart play by McCann, though. A very smart play by McCann. As Jackson applies the tag on McCann, you'd rather have Tawa on the base paths than McCann. McCann, instead of running into second, just stands still, and Jackson will apply the tag on McCann, but they will not get a double play. What should have been a 4-6-3. McCann, very smart heads-up base running to not run into the tag and make Jackson work for it. Hornets now lead by 5. Barroso, 1 for 2 today. He's got Tawa on first. He's a better runner than McCann. But Tawa's struggles continue. He's 0 for 4. They gotta set it. Get Waldy up. At this point, get Waldy up. Take Tawa down. I don't know why Tawa's up. Waltman's been killing it in Reno. He's been killing it in spring training. Waldy needs to come up. Tawa needs to go down. First pitch, Rosa. Is that his foot? It does. Barosa gets hit on the sweeper. Hit by pitch. Back to the top of the order for Vargas, who last time he had 2 on board, he got a homer. Yep, that hit his foot. Sweeper missed. 4-3 Marlins, top of the 8th. And Riquet will get a mound visit here. Courts look at course of dealer customer usage to interpret how players should behave. In basketball, the what? The customer... What? So she likes the cup for the 2 times a season that a team has to run up the score while making no difference on whether they win or lose. Huh? So why couldn't you just make point differential a tiebreaker in the regular season and you avoid the problem that way? Right? Why not just, I don't know, not have the cup and just have point differential as a tiebreaker in the regular season? Vargas, sweeper. The bottom part of the zone, 0-1. And after this game is done, we'll do the Mariners game. Yep, Tigers get the dub. 8th inning RBI. McConaughey, the game-winning run. Vargas chops it foul down the third base line. 0-2. That logic makes no sense. Oh, 2. Vargas in the dirt, 1-2. That's like if if MLB had an in-season tournament where if it goes a 12th inning, they do banana ball showdown rules. And it's like, I like the tournament because it forces stuff like that. Meanwhile, there's no reason for it to exist. And it only happens like once or twice. 1-2, Vargas chases the sweeper, protecting the plate, fouling it off. It was a low sweeper outside. Fouled it off, 1-2. Vargas chops it foul again. Long at bat here. Raquez at 18 pitches, with just 1 out to show for it. Hornets up by 6 at the end of 3. The Tigers look good as of late. Some points of commercial tiebreak at all, but that's what it is. Right, that's what the cup is. Yeah. 1-2. Tawan second, Barossa on first. No, the Cubs should not exist. No, it should not exist. 1-2, Vargas. Late on that sweeper. Blooper into right. Chase it down and diving for the grab. What a play there in right. Cowser saves a run. Diving play on the blooper. We go bottom 9, and it is time for Paul Sewald to pitch. Oh, yeah, as they should be, BW Falk. As they should be. That team is good. And that team is not a lot to be happy about over the years. I made the playoffs in a decade. Colby White is not human. Nope. Bottom 9. 9-1-2 hitters due up. God help me. Paul Sewald. He's been perfect in save situations this season. Yeah, rings should be awarded for winning a couple of regular season games. Yeah, no. Paul Sewald. His average fastball is under 92 miles an hour. They called a strikeout. The ball was dead center of the zone. Oh, man. You jog down the line. Yep, you can't jog. Nope, you got to show some hustle. McMahon's not been good for the Yanks. So anytime you have a chance to, like, really throw fuel on the fire, you're going to do it. Especially in New York. Yes, about time, Sports Talk. Yep, it's about time. So Sewald this season. Average exit velocity is 96 miles an hour. That's in the 2nd percentile. He's in the 1st percentile in getting ground balls. Every ball is hard hit. He's in the 5th percentile there. And yet, somehow, this man, against all odds, by some fluke, is perfect in save situations this season. He is 5 for 5 in save situations. It does not make sense. It does not add up. But somehow, Paul Sewald, despite throwing low 90s fastballs, high 80s at times, despite allowing hard contact on everything, is somehow 5 for 5 in save opportunities. Can he go 6 for 6? Protecting a 1-run lead. 9-1-2 due up. And I would have let Thompson go the 9th and be the closer. Yeah, you're not wrong there, friends. Alexander, 0 for 2 today. He is 2 for his last 22. First pitch, 90-mile-an-hour fastball. Jesus Christ, don't be one of these games. Speed says slow and throwing the hitters off. No, not even that. Swing and a miss, 1-1. He missed on a 91-mile-an-hour fastball. Because they're getting hard contact. They're just right at players. But everything has been like a 340-foot, 350-foot hard-hit line out. 1-1. Sewald delivers fastball 91 middle, fouled off. I mean, there's no way this ends well. This is ending with a Pete Alonso walk-off homer. We all know it. There's no way this ends well. Now with Alonso potentially due up if they get a base runner on. Yeah, McGinnis, yeah. Yeah, no. Passed away yesterday. Upstairs on the fastball, 91. Yep, pretty much. Yep. Insane luck on that one. You know, he's been lucky. He has been insanely lucky. 2-2. Fastball 91 and upstairs. Oh, boy. Now that fastball you see right there, that's middle. 2-2. Alexander, swing and a miss. Got him to jam up inside. Alexander goes down. That's the first out. Was not the guy I was worried about. If Alexander got on board, that would be troublesome because he is not a good player. Looking for revenge against his old team, but he's over 5 this series. You know, Philly's in a bit of a rally right now. 7-4 bases loaded, 2 out. Back to Henderson at the top of the order. He's over 4 today. First pitch. Inside, got the call. 0-1. His fastballs are 91 and 90. He has not thrown more than 92 this game. Yeah, it's crazy sports talk. Tobin and McGinnis gone like very quickly back to back. Like within 2.5 years of each other. Fastball outside 1-1. That makes sense. Okay, never mind. Yeah, that makes sense. Yes, that makes sense. Right, that is true. Right on the money there. Peter Fogg on the tour. Yep, 161 years ago at Lincoln at Ford Theater. Too soon. Okay, that's our. Okay, thank God on that. Inside the fastball 2-1. Appreciate Peter Fogg on that one. Yep. One of the most the craziest moments in American history. Henderson pop up. Arenado underneath it at third. Will make it for the second out. You got to get this one. You cannot let Alonso get on board or get up to bat. You have to get this one. Wow, long stress first, Napster. Oh, that's good. You cannot let Alonso get on board. Another Buck homer. Holy cow. BTA in that one. You cannot let him get on board. Ward, first pitch on the sweeper. Got him. Down the middle, 0-1. Yeah, that's a big insurance run. 5-3 in that one. Runners on the corners. Cassie up. Ward, 1 for 4 today. 0-1. Grounder, back to Seawald. He's got it. Seawald will underhand toss it to Baker, and the D-backs come back with a 4-run fifth. Paul Seawald, 6 for 6 in save opportunities. Yeah, I'll probably link that at some point, Sports Talk. That was an easy one, too. 1, 2, 3, strikeout. Pop up. Weak chopper. Made that look easy. The D-backs take game 2 of the series. They bounce back from yesterday's collapse, up 7-1. And a 4-run fifth with a 3-run shot by Vargas in the leadoff spot, replacing Ketel Marte with lower back tightness. Snakes win. Rip my $20. Yep. Yep, you didn't cash out. Nice. I was wrong on that. I was dead wrong. All right, here's the game plan. I'll be live in literally 5 minutes for the Mariners-Padres game. Take care. See you guys soon. D-backs, they get their 10th win of the season. Fair match tomorrow. See you guys in 10 for the Mariners game. D-backs 4, Orioles 3. Kelly gets the win, his first game back with the D-backs after the injury.